Okay.
Can something up in the chat, maybe?
I feel like I had. I don't have his number. Thought I had his number. If somebody else can, who might have it. Do you want to text Khalil Matthew and see how he's doing? Alrighty.
Where? You said your car is open?
No, the keys are in my purse.
I brought it in with me, didn't I?
Purse.
What you looking for?
My water bottle.
It's a bit of a catastrophe, so good guess. Good luck. The odds be in your favor.
One over there. Near the kitchen.
What's it look like?
It is clear, it's tall, and it's slightly gray. With a white top. I don't think I did.
I'm sorry. Okay. He's forgiven me. Oh, he's like, your mom and comfy, and I love you again. All right.
What should I add to Yasuke's max hit points?
How many rounds is 1 minute? 10. Okay.
What was your question? How many hit points, Dave?
Yeah, I'm gonna level up Yasuke.
I think he gets a D10, I think. You should say it someplace.
So I just add 5?
Half plus 1, right? So he goes to 6?
I mean, for hit dice, it says 8d10, so 6?
6 plus 1. And then the first 3 levels, we got full hit points.
Well, I'm just looking at what his maximum hit points are now, and I'll increase it to whatever.
Yes, hello. Excuse me. Sorry. My
Don't say
apologies.
sorry to them. Get out of his way. Evil in the foot.
So what am I adding? Am I adding 7 to his health?
I don't know how many. Whatever his hit die are, half rounded up. So I don't know how many he has.
He's getting points from Constitution. I'm not sure what. How about you
Yeah,
just
that
go in
makes
and
it real-
fix it?
Yeah, that makes it complicated.
He gets 1 for every.
Oh no, go ahead. Make your last long rest your redoing list. Yeah, so yeah. Don't worry about that. We've killed a lot of time in this building.
All right. Are you gonna go fix Yasuke's health?
Yeah, I gotta just figure out. Come on, close. There it goes. Get that out.
Yes. And you can use the pump, but the pump is almost exhausted.
What you making?
Another batch of cookies are plastic ones with a little bit of my grandma's secret mixed in.
I'll be your grandma.
Not my grandma. It's my grandma's secret.
LSD.
My grandma. That's my mom's secret. That's my grandma's secret. It's definitely more her, but that's my cousin's secret. That's not my grandma's secret. Grandma didn't drink. Grandma was very well behaved lady.
Okay, so I guess we're not. I don't know if Kiliel's coming, but Dave, if you can take care of him. Is there anything you need to do or need help with, Dave, to level or things you're working on? And I imagine you've added some interesting spells.
Yeah, I've got my spells worked out.
You want me to,
All righty.
I mean, yeah, you could leave one. I mean, these are what I got for Christmas too. But I'm probably gonna
All
go
right,
out
so
with
he's
it.
10.
Stuff I'm noticing I'm missing.
So that's 76.
Very much so. That's why I asked.
Oh, Yasuke has spells. That's good to know.
All right, so I've changed. Oh, sorry. I've changed Yasuke's hit points, and I guess make your best guess, Dave, with the spells. He can, revise if he doesn't like them.
Yeah,
Or
and
maybe
he can get a feeder ability points too.
Oh, well, that's a tough decision. I
Yeah.
don't know what to do there. You can even hold off for him to, do it when he plays next time.
All right. It's an assembly line, baby. I'm running about an hour and a half behind because
spell scrolls from the first room that we
But
went
my
into
dad
that were so damaged.
just
Right.
discovered that my
Saved one
fridge
by bending, but the spell disappeared.
Yep. So
The
you
lich
have
already-
some
Took up like
scrolls
an
that
hour
you
and a
can
half of
kind of
my
put
day.
to use. Yeah.
Okay, but the lich couldn't do anything about the damage.
He didn't seem to care. He was interested in fixing Mr. Fluffy, and he figured probably in a century he'd be able to get that all back together.
I just pick the spell I want. Well, I know I would love a cleric. Well, I can't cast it, but I don't know. I want to make sure that we have resistance and other tools to fight getting charmed. Because that's one thing we know he can do.
We can make a resistance scroll, I think.
We can, but I can't use it because it's a cleric or artificer spell.
Of course.
Oh, we don't get it.
Maybe might be on an item of yours.
So some spells you can cast as a ritual. Doesn't cost you a spell slot. You have to take an hour or 10 minutes to prepare it and cast it, so it's not good to use like in combat. But after 10 minutes, then you can cast that particular spell without expending a spell slot, or that's it.
I see.
So there's a set of ritual spells that are, spells that they're like constant. Some have concentration, some can be casted.
Oh, well, thank you greatly.
That's how I did.
Does that make sense to you, Matthew? Because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you know it. So that one you could cast as a ritual from your book without using a spell slot.
Ah, okay. Good to know.
Once you know it's a spell you. But I did not look through the spells, so.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Excellent, excellent,
Where's
excellent.
he at right now? Oh, is he going to be online?
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, but is he going to be online or is he going to be in person?
Do you know if he's going to be online or in person, Matthew? Oh, okay. No problem.
I want to ask the Lich if he has any other artifacts that do the effect that Van Richten's ring does as far as protecting people from divination magic.
No, he doesn't. That was out in the wild, and he kind of gave Van Richten a little bit of a nudge, and his protective zombies allowed him to get it. Okay, no
Okay.
problem.
All right, I've unassigned him.
How about spell components that might be expensive? Can we construct anything here, or
I
does
mean,
he have?
you've got a lot of gems. Uh, everything in this
So can
place
we?
is decrepit beyond useful, except for the main library. Oddly enough, and you still don't know why.
Hassan?
Yes.
Why is the library so well preserved and the rest of the building not?
You really haven't guessed? You'd think after 1,000 years these books stay together by themselves? Protective magic. I covered the entire amber. Amber is very good at absorbing and redirecting magic. In fact, if you pump enough into it, it just comes right back out. It's really quite amazing. So I have put in a protective barrier inside this amber in this library that basically preserves anything in here. Nothing in here will ever get older. People will, but they'll
That's
make very charming corpses that'll never rot.
good to know. If
I want to ask about the hidden door that we found in the northeast part of his room.
You have a map?
Okay. He goes, "Ah, you did find that one, did you? Well," and then he thinks about it for a moment, and he says, "Okay, but just you." And he points at Samuel. Now, I don't know how you want to play this, Sam. Would you like to have a private conversation? I could call you on the phone if you want, or do you just want to let your friends magically listen in on everything we talk about? Oh, I should Okay, no problem. So let me get there. Give me a second. I got where? Okay, so he asks you all kindly to leave his study and go work in the library. Do you all agree to that?
okay.
Sure.
Okay. So you all are in the library. He beckons to Samuel and brings you over, and you follow him. And This is so you've seen him open many a magical door in this place by speaking a password. He walks up to this door and does not speak a password. He merely places his hand upon the stone and it slides very quietly and cleanly up into the ceiling. And he says to you, "My boy, this is something to aspire to. Follow me." And he walks into the room. All right. Behind the secret door is a small dusty room. Rising from the floor in the eastern half of the room is a scaly arm and claw clutching a small box made of bone. He goes, "This is a rare privilege for you, my son. Very rarely will a lich ever show you a room of this nature. That is my phylactery. It took me a long time to make, a considerable amount of effort, but it was worth it. Because of that, I can learn anything I want. I have time and ability."
The Voldemort's.
You saw down in the vault down here one of those dark gifts. If you take that dark gift, in a little while you'll be ready, maybe a few years. You'll be able to learn the nature of how to make one of these and everything else needed. Strahd was tempted, but he wasn't willing to wait. And he begins to walk out and he says, "All right, that's enough. Do you have any questions?" Pardon? Oh, I was about 95 or so. And at that, the door closes up behind him. And I had many spells because remember, you have to be able to cast a 9th level spell to be allowed to begin the process. Which I think is level 18, if I can remember correctly, but I'm not positive.
It's a level.
But Strahd was not willing to wait. Yeah, pretty much. It was indeed. There it is, wizard. You get level 17, you get 1 slot. Oh, maybe not then. Okay. So he explains to you the secret of becoming a lich, and now you can tell your friends whatever you want. Well, you've got a lot of city, you've got a lot of town, you got a lot of map. You can go anywhere you want. You got a spell book full of spells, 3 scrolls of whatever you want, appropriate level. And of course, and he wanders back to his desk and goes back to his ever-present studying. Go ahead. You give up a little bit of your soul, which is inherently an evil thing to do because the soul is a pure thing and you're basically damaging it. So you do go down a hint in alignment. But I did it with the purpose of gaining knowledge, not power. So I think it's balanced out. Also, it hurts a little bit because, well, you actually do die. But it's worth it. I have all the time in the world to study and read and learn. Oh, of course, liches can die too. It's just a lot harder. Alrighty. All right.
Okay.
All right, folks. So it sounds like you got some knowledge you can get from Kazan and any other questions you can think of that maybe he could help with. And then you need to decide where you want to travel to.
I actually think I want to take one of those dark gifts, and I don't know if you know what I have in mind, Andrew.
Not a clue. Anything you want.
Can't hear anything she's saying.
Oh, she's way at the other
Sorry,
side
I'll
of the
have to
table.
talk louder. I want to. Can I want to take which one was the charisma boost? It was a +4
And what does it say?
for
How long does it
charisma.
last?
Let's
I
see
just
here.
can't remember where it was.
It was in the room down the stairway to the right that,
Oh,
that we got access to through the smashed statue.
Anyone want to watch me turn into who knows what while taking this magical thing?
Go down there with.
I am definitely going to be following behind and cheering you on.
Shouldn't do
Why?
it.
Thank you. Second time taking some sort of deal
Is it down?
It's down a floor.
Here?
down the floor.
There's a.
I'm trying to see if I can just find a nice long list that has them all.
I love that you two love each other so much.
I guess I would ask him about the shield guardian. Can my friend take that with her?
Sure. I don't need them. I can make another. They only take a few centuries to make.
I am cool with that. All right. Who's following me down here?
I'll
Alright,
follow her
where
down.
All right. I need a map. All right, give me a sec here. I'm trying to bring. Okay, where are we going?
Down to the room that is green.
Okay. Oh, the one through there. Okay, that's no help.
This room.
That is 33C. Okay, so this one had the charisma, reincarnate, and the spider one. Yep. Okay.
The green floor?
Yep, so that is the southernmost sarcophagus. The vestige within the sarcophagus offers the dark gift of Xanthras, the Kingmaker. Xanthras' gift is power that comes from great presence and force of personality. The dark gift increases the beneficiary's charisma by 4, up to a maximum of 22. Alright, so you lay your hands upon that and commune with the spirits within. You feel a darkness within you, then power, and calm, and charisma. And you can add +4 or whatever it is up to a max of 22.
Then what happens to it then? Did you ask how long it lasts?
No. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Contour is
now
standing
has
behind her
charisma.
saying, do it, do it, do it, do it.
It goes all the way to 22 on her charisma. That's a lot of charisma.
I looked it up. Do I have anything on me?
Nobody notices anything.
You look a little prettier. Yeah.
So much.
Your skin tone's a little paler.
Nope, she looks exactly the same,
exactly.
just slightly more charismatic. Nothing seems to have changed.
That is amazing.
As with all dark gifts, at some point I might reveal something to you. When I do, you have to follow. Because there ain't no way to get rid of it. Well, there is, but you guys don't know it. Or maybe there isn't.
I go up to the someone and I'm like, hey there. I just took. Do you know what?
Ah, they're quite tempting, my dear, are they not? Yep.
They are. Do you? From this last floor.
The whole time.
The whole time. That's good enough for me.
Hey.
Alright, what do you guys want to do?
I want to ask Kazan if he heard what happened to Mordenkainen.
Good question.
Let me.
+9 to hit on Eldritch Blast. Were you Eldritch Blasting? Oh,
Well, and all your spells DC values up to now what? 17?
yes.
Obviously, 17.
Save DC is 17.
Oh, right. Okay, I got it. He came to these lands looking for a challenge, heard about Strahd through his many scrying abilities, and thought he could deal with them. He was quite incorrect. He fell down the falls and was wounded for a long time. He tried again to raise the folks to battle with him, but when they were all killed, in such desperation and frustration, he erased his own mind. He thought it was the best way to not deal with his problems, and then became a lonely, crazed hermit living in the woods. I appreciate you bringing him back. Such knowledge should not be lost.
I want to pitch him an idea. I want to say, listen, you studied yourself until you became catatonic. You know what you ought to do. You should go outside and stretch for a bit. Maybe follow us around. Overthrow the local despot. It'll feel good.
Tempting? Truly? but now that I'm back, I've far too much to do. This time I won't stare at a book for 130 years and let my mind go. This time I'll get up and stretch every 50 years or so. I have librarians here. They'll help me out.
AFK.
The celestial you saw is quite dedicated in his efforts, and thankfully he's a brilliant linguist. Did you know they can speak any language? Or read?
I'm going to follow that up with, thankfully he failed to stop us, or you'd still be catatonic.
Yes, well, my mandate was given to them quite some time ago, and they don't really know better. They're just here to preserve the library and make sure nobody takes anything. Any other questions of the land and the people and the things I can do for you?
Would you like to go
Why
over
does
the-
everybody say that something, all anybody has to say about this place is that something horrible happened here?
You really haven't been able to guess what was born here?
I mean, Strahd, obviously, but
That's it. That's enough.
You know what? I want to ask about. We completed.
I go over to Rayrin and I whisper, hey,
I'm back.
maybe we can be the horrible thing that happened here to some other place in the future, since we both took dark gifts.
Who knows? Well, anyway, I'll worry about it. Do you have any information about that abbot that lives up on?
I'd be careful of him. And he smirks. He's not quite what he seems.
Well, what is he
Power
then?
beyond mine, and it makes it hard to penetrate. All I know is he is not what he is.
Hmm.
In a lawful or
What?
in a lawful sense or not?
In a literal sense, he is not what he appears to be. I can't scry what he really is.
If you're right about the abbot. See, I freaking told you. Like, you gotta watch someone's behavior.
But his powers are beyond mine,
Oof.
As I'm holding
at least in some regards.
As I'm holding the hilt of the sun sword, it's a sentient sword. What is it? You know, I'll hint that I'm going to
Basically, this
is
entire
Kazan.
adventure, the sword in the Amber Temple has been like, dude, come on, castle's that way. The hell?
Okay.
The castle's that way.
Even though
You turn the corner, you go down the hallway. The castle's that way, dude. Strahd's that way. Strahd may have been born
Somebody
here, but
damaged
he ain't here nigh.
Kazan was, I will tell it, you know, Kazan, the one who was hired to destroy you, is here.
Yep. But he did not. He helped preserve the hilt.
So I guess I'll show him the hilt. What
Yeah.
does Kazan had to say about the hilt?
Ah, it's good to see that thing made it. It's a shame you don't have the blade. I could reaffix the blade if you had it. Let me know if you find it. That was a good piece of kit.
Is the blade? We would love to have the blade.
It's probably in pieces in Strahd's castle somewhere, if that. And more than likely, Strahd probably threw it off the heights down into the water. But if you find it, bring it to me and I'll put it back together. And finally, at that, the hilt of the sword pulses with some anticipatory desire, at least for a while, and then goes back to trying to pull you towards Strahd.
Okay.
So during the many days that we've been hanging out here, I will have deconstructed my homunculus and rebuilt it in the form of that imp creature.
The imp creature from the auditorium in this area, or the imp creature from the lady in the town?
Like Fiona Watcher's imp creature.
Not a problem. You have a nice red metallic version of him with claws and gaping mouth with fangs, and he looks quite cool. Glowing red eyes, maybe. That's awesome.
All right. I open up the bag of holding and he just falls
Pale
into
yellow
it.
white, like
What'd you put
a
in there?
boiled poached egg. What?
Dave did something.
Oh, he made a homunculus look like a small demon creature.
A very specific small demon creature.
Yep.
Can I get the token changed?
Yes, if you get me one, although it'd be a lot easier when I'm at home. I do apologize because, oh, you just want his. Wait a minute. I understand what you're saying. Never mind, never mind, never mind. We can do that. What the heck town was that in?
That was Valakai.
Valakai. Watching. Bingo. Thank you, Dave. You just made things easier by asking for something I already had. All right. I don't know where people are looking, but I'm going to reinforce and center us here.
All right. Ooh.
And then
What was that?
undead him.
What's that?
That is going to be Dave's new homunculus.
Oh.
Because that's what he desired to copy. And ownership, crouton, player character. There you go. I understand now, and you got it. You did a fair, and since they can fly, it even has the wings.
All right. And I'm going to just have him crawl into the bag of holding.
Fair enough. Let me move a copy of him somewhere to make life easier for me. No! Don't want to close the map. Thank you very much.
So if anybody wants dinner, it is up. It is very hot.
Uh-oh. All right. Anything else for anybody?
I'm pretty sure I already asked this to you at some point. About what does that dragon skull weigh?
That's the second there. We're getting double voices from something.
Maybe I opened up my
I don't know who.
Hey, when did our little leech friend get in here?
All right.
Did you take care of it?
No, I did not because I couldn't figure out where Discord was. Oh yeah, your headphones are. Mute your speakers too. The headphone button. Testing. Somebody give me some sound.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, just go
Hello.
to Discord and hit right where you muted the
It
mic.
is.
Mute the
It's
head.
muted.
Yeah, but mute the headphones.
Oh.
There you go. All right. You had a question, Dave, about the skull?
Yeah, I asked you if you had like a general I remember what dimensions you said. I don't remember what weight you said about what happened.
About 250 pounds. 6 foot
Okay.
long, 4 foot across, oval shaped, 4 foot high, 250 pounds.
All right, sounds good.
Ooh, are those raisins?
No, this one is not. This is chocolate chip.
Okay.
So, and then I'm taking a pause on baking because I feel like.
I mean,
most of these, we can't eat all these cookies because these cookies have other destinations, but we can have a significant number of these. There's a lot of cookies.
Good. All right. Anybody else? Anything? Something? Oh, apparently we're dishing up.
So were we going to apply the glow rune to Nip's crossbow?
I would appreciate that.
I got no problem with that.
Is there any way to make my crossbow press +1? Have we figured that out?
Not here, not yet.
Okay.
But if it had glow on it, it would count as a magical item.
Right, at least hit something from a distance.
Yeah.
And they're solid too. And there's
My
actually.
apologies. I better tell Dave. My apologies, Dave and Matthew. We are currently putting food on some plates. Anybody needs 5 minutes, feel free.
All right.
There's a lot
I am going over my new spells right now, so I can familiarize myself with them.
Yeah, pick out 3. Anything you want.
For the group or
3 for the whole group.
Oh, okay.
Because this place
Oh.
is really meant for just giving wizard effects. This is just
Yeah, we can't gain them that way, but we could get scrolls.
Yeah.
But you're saying we're doing this as a group, not individually. Okay.
Yeah, just 3 for the group. You
Uh-oh.
can get a lot here. And it'd be hard.
Then-
Too many.
Then I
And
gotta
keep in mind,
take
you're
away
all
some.
level 8 now. You're gonna really kick ass.
Let me know how these enchiladas are. Oh, I have sour cream if anyone wants it.
Well, let me take my spell.
So we're
slot
supposed to
away.
eat. Screw that. Half an enchilada, eat half the bonus one.
I think that might be. I mean, if you want more, you can have more than that. I do have more enchiladas. I do have more salad.
Then that's what we should be up here.
And if you want,
Salad and salad.
you would like
Salad too?
sour cream. Let me get some clean spoons from down here.
I was gonna use a fork. I guess I should.
You can. It's not like it won't improve.
Boo. Excuse me, puppy. Pardon me.
Okay, so anybody got any desires for any particular direction of exploration?
Of exploration from the Ember Temple,
Or in the Amber Temple?
I think we should settle down at a
All right.
tavern and hear some of our backstories, because we haven't done that yet, and that might be relevant for Fights in Strahd.
It's been since level 8, and we still know
I know,
nothing
honey.
about
It's annoying, isn't it? I know. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I know. I'm not really good at putting cats in my lap.
We
You're
got a
gonna make me.
king with a comb.
Yeah, she's trying to climb up and say hello. And she really wanted to pinch me out. So if you guys really want to go to a tavern and talk about backstories, feel free. But you can do it here too. This is a beautiful place.
Maybe we should just like sit down in the library and talk for a little bit with each other.
Certainly can. I'll leave you all to it. Who wants to start talking about backstory if that's what you want? Or do you want to travel on the road and talk about backstory or whatever you desire?
I think Chris should lead that adventure.
Okay, back.
Welcome back, Dave. People are contemplating wanting to talk about backstory, so I don't know what all you need. But
All right. So, I start blurting out, realizing we have been together for like over a week now, maybe 2 weeks now, and I don't really know any of
More
y'all's
than a few
backstories.
months. A lot of time's passed. You've been in this room for 2 weeks.
Yeah, for over like with y'all for a month now, and I don't really know much about y'all. So I start asking them to go around introducing themselves and telling me their backstories.
Nick, you're good at telling stories. Get over here.
I'm going counterclockwise, so Nip, you're up first.
No! I'm getting food! I made the food. Give me a second.
The one time you don't want to be very dramatic and tell a story?
Grutantar looks at him and says, I do contract work.
What kind of contract?
He looks for things to make him go.
Whatever. Whatever pays good, whatever looks fun.
That third eye doesn't look very fun.
If I knew what was in this town before I came in, I probably would have come anyway.
Right.
All right. Rayron, what do you want to add?
Just starting out, man. Nothing really too exciting. Honestly, this is probably the most exciting thing I've seen so far besides Batman. Oh my god. Woman is a hot mess.
Raven, I can barely hear you as it is.
Yeah.
I'm
Is
sorry.
this speaker working? Or is it?
It's definitely coming out of that speaker.
Oh,
you are quick. No, I just stood up. Here, I turned the volume up a little bit. See what that does for us.
Wait, try that again. Try it again. Can you guys hear me okay? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
These-
Honestly, this is probably one of the biggest adventures I've probably gone on in a while. First, honestly, adventure that I had, truly exciting, was Blondtide. Oh my god, it was a train wet wreck when we met. How so? I think Blondtide should tell the rest of the story. So it was juicy.
Plenty of time for us. How about our new friend, Matthew? I mean, Samuel. You've been here this way for a while before you showed up.
I can barely hear you as it is right now. Brontide.
Yeah.
Definitely on that mic.
That's that.
I don't know why it's being funny over there, guys. Sorry.
Samuel, you hadn't joined us until we were quite a ways into this place, crazy land of Barovia. How did you end up here in Barovia?
I wish I knew. All I remember is studying in a library one day, and the next I woke up in town. That's when I met all of you at the local tavern. I have no memory.
Water in.
I'm missing like a month of my life and don't know where it went.
Does Brontide have nothing to say about her background?
Brontide?
Somebody else brought up this thing. Was this just you want to know what Brontide's background is, or?
Just realizing my character sheet has a background. I attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore. If I did not know it, that information, I often know where and from whom I can attain it. Usually this information comes from a library, scroll, university, or a sage or other learned person or creature. Unearthed. Yep, that's about it.
Excuse me. Coming. No, I'm good. But thank you. And there's still a lot of enchilada left if anybody wants it.
So, since Brontide isn't sharing her story, I will share mine.
Excellent. The storyteller comes to life.
You might look at me, a rogue, and ask what went wrong. Why did somebody turn to a life of crime, living in the darkness, sneaking through the dark? The answer is nothing went wrong. My life growing up was absolutely flawlessly perfect. I loved both my parents. They were really sweet to me. It was just a family tradition to go into the city, sneak in right around dusk, mill around with the people, quick taco. I learned how to do a little sleight of hand, come out of pockets, and then bring it back to our people. My parents were very sweet hippies. They did really enjoy catnip, which is where I got my name. I think that's probably the name originally came from. But other than that, they were the sweetest people. They taught me everything I know about picking pockets and stealing goods and all those things. They were wonderfully supportive. It was the way of people.
Right.
And then when I got to be of age, I realized, well, I wanted to see the world. I grew up listening to all these great stories of all these great tabaxi adventurers who had gone around the world and done amazing things, swashbuckling, wizards, all sorts of things. And I said, why not me too? One of the first towns I ever got to, I saw this busker who was doing these really cool magic tricks. And I asked him how he did it, and he told me it was real magic, and he showed me a few things. So we ran together for a while. He would entertain the crowds. I would pick the pockets. Great guy. So I ended up bumping into this crowd on my way to another adventure, and I was like, that dude's gonna try and eat us. We are getting on basically Grubhub. We are Grubhub for vampires. When we got on that gypsy caravan. But honestly, I don't regret it. When I get home, I'm gonna have incredible stories to share, and I won't have a giant egg in my head.
Do you come from like a native tribe of Tabaxi?
I do. So
Crouton chimes in if you get home.
Blah, blah, blah.
That is true. You do have a habit of having us stumble into vampires.
fair enough, and I do occasionally lick something that is highly toxic, but be that as it may, white powder. Stay away from the white powder. Anyways, but be that as it may, I am very confident that my luck will see me through this venture as it has seen me through so many other adventures. And pretty soon I'll be sitting around the campfire with my mom and my dad and all my brothers and sisters and telling them of all the cool stuff that I did in Barovia with Bronte and Rayrin and not so much with Sam and Yasuke, but not so much Crouton Tire. Crouton Tire is a war criminal. I'll tell them all about the war criminal Crouton Tire. I'm really looking forward to it.
I love.
That was a good story. I like that.
It was a great.
Does anybody else want to add anything?
I'd love to visit you sometime.
I just follow that up with, listen, everyone starts out bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but we all end up with that necklace of ears.
Bronte.
How about you?
I've been traveling with you more than anyone here, and all I've heard was about your little tribe, the village, and how they just kind of went poof one day. So that's it.
It was a difficult thing. When we hear from some of the others,
I think everybody else, man. Well,
I
Crouton.
didn't hear it.
It's okay. Oh, honey, it's okay. Because nobody else has. Oh, maybe they did.
Samuel is not happy.
Yes, I heard someone say my name.
That's fine. I'll go ahead then, I guess, if you want to go last.
Tell us your story.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep. Oh, sorry, not me.
Can the online people hear her okay? I'm gonna say they can't hear you.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Yep.
hear you.
Okay, I will speak in this tone for the rest of my story. Well, it starts off in a small village with me and my parents. They're both merchants of sorts. They own a small, well-kept facility over in a small town. I think, gosh, my memory. Dad, dementia, not the best. But anyways, the town Isaac the town. Isaac, known for its many dungeons and
Dragon?
not dragons surprisingly, but I well anyways, my family the Moonlighters. Have I told you guys my last name? Mm-mm. My last name is Moonlighter, by the way.
Oh.
No one knew.
Oh.
Anyways, the Moonlighters are greatly known for their merchant shop that has been running for hundreds of years now, and their travels into the deep dark dungeons that we have in our small town, and actually discovering and opening them up to other fellow merchants in the town, making them more safe for fellow merchants to go explore and be able to sell their goods. And well, I realized that since all I've lived at was there in my small town with my family, I need to get out more. And I need to go on my own adventures. So
Here.
yep. Boom. Anyways, I decided to head out of town and go on my own little adventure. I think I was probably 15 at the time. Spent some time mostly just rustling around like taverns, things like that, until I met another hustler. Talking about magic stones that can teleport you to many different planes. And I wanted to get my hands on that.
Mm.
And while we talked, I helped him out, and he finally decided to give me those stones, which weren't stones. And it was the black market, and he was trying to sell me. But anyways, long story. After that, got out of that, find hustling business, and then I tried to keep track of them in my later years, trying to make sure they don't hustle anyone else. Well, that was fun to get through. And that's actually how I met Blondhead. There were little scams of hustling people and
Human traffickers?
basically.
Right.
You escaped from human traffickers?
I
That's pretty
did.
badass. How'd you escape?
I'm gonna get into that later, man. That is. But why don't you continue the story, Bronte? So
Excuse me.
how I found
Were
you.
you were you next?
Yes.
Was it trying to obtain that book? There was a manuscript that I needed. There's knowledge in it. And when I heard that somebody wanted it for themselves, I tried to find them to hire me so that I could steal it for them and keep it for myself. But they played me before that. There was no book to be stolen. And in that time, we ran into each other. You remember that was the first time I could, send off like an eldritch blast into the corner. The first time I knew I could do this.
So don't you two have patrons?
Worships? Do we worship something? What do you worship? What is you believe in
My
God?
own quick moves and
God?
quick picking. But you're a
God.
warlock. I'm a rogue.
Demons?
Demons. What do you think we worship?
I don't know, but I got some follow-up questions. Like, do you like who is your patron?
You know, actually, I've never heard about your people. I believe
Why,
I
hello there.
General Kenobi.
Hello?
Hello there.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
I was at the pharmacy and it was taking forever, but I'm here now.
Hey.
Need more
I
time?
have run into a problem. So my character isn't showing up on D&D Beyond, and neither is the campaign.
Campaign's not. Oh, let me send you the link.
All right.
Yeah, Yasuke is unassigned. You have to pick an 8th level feat or ability bonus, and you have a spell slot to fill.
Gotcha.
And I've been driving your character for several sessions, not realizing you had spells.
Well, I appreciate it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yasuke,
I
for
managed to
keeping
not
him
kill
alive.
you.
Yeah.
through Chris Evie's account, she just sent you a link in Google Chat, and that is the
Yep.
link to the campaign.
Oh, she already did that. Alright.
Sure, my stuff is still the same. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, it should be in now. Let me check.
And the IP for the server is the same as last time.
Alright.
And people really haven't done too much. We've been just talking and doing stuff inside the Amber Temple and whatnot.
And now we're all just sharing our backstories.
Do you want us to catch you up real quick on what we've done in the temple since you've been gone?
Yes, I've been out for a minute, so yes, please, that'd be great. It's not letting me-
DM, do you want to do it or?
We woke up the Lich, he's friendly,
So
and
He turned off
I don't think he knows what a lich is.
if we would have woken him up earlier, it would have probably saved several weeks of combat.
Do you understand any of that, Yasuke, or do you need me to break it down for you?
Say that one more time.
Did you
I was
understand?
looking at my phone.
Did you understand what he said, or do you need me to break it down for you a bit?
I need you to break it down.
All right. Are you looking at the map right now?
I'm currently watching your stream because
perfect.
I don't have my laptop.
So, in this room right here, there was a magical creature called a lich. We woke him up, and he's essentially a wizard that used a dark gift in one of the rooms here. I'll show you in a minute, to detach part of his soul, and because of that, he lived forever, and he was able to not die. And he's been studying for like hundreds of years, just in a coma, and like he lost part of his mind. We healed his mind, and then he was able to grant us like anything like in the temple we wanted. We learned like a bunch of different spells. We leveled up, and there was a bunch of hidden rooms everywhere. There was a foxy guy, and we battled some witches once, I think. And if you see these, all those colored rooms, those 3 stones, are all dark gifts.
We should probably read a list of the dark gifts off to him and see if he wants any.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good list where it's just all in order.
I mean, didn't you type up a bunch?
I kept pasting them into chat for people to do whatever they wanted with them, but yeah.
What's the last thing you can remember from the last time you played Yasuke?
The last thing I remember, I can't remember we succeeded, but I got into a fight with those little ghosts.
Okay.
Yeah, I got into a fight with them, and then we retreated from it.
Oh.
And then we ended up, and then Nip went in there and started like running around the table, and then we really got into a fight with them.
So
But that's the last thing I remember.
I'm
The shades and the...
a goober.
Oh, yeah. That was...
Yasuke, I've been recording all of our sessions and like saving them, because apparently they delete from Twitch after a week, but I've been saving them to my computer. If you wanted me to send you some of them so you can just watch the highlights, I can send you those.
I mean, yeah, that would work too.
Alright.
Also, and I don't know how to add these spells. I added my feat. It's a firearm specialist, but
Like, what are you wanting to add a new spell, or are you wanting to add like?
a new spell.
So
Apparently, I'm able to run with spells. I didn't know that myself.
so if you
You
Are you
click
on your
spells, you click manage spells, and
are you on your computer or are you on your iPad?
I'm on my phone.
Your phone?
Is it under
in that case, I
abilities?
have no idea.
So yeah, if you yeah, there's you're gonna have to like.
All right, I'm ready to read off a list of dark gifts for Khalil and anybody else who wants a last chance to think about them.
Dark gifts. Oh, I found it. Spells.
So, Khalil, there are amber sarcophagi inside this temple. You can get a dark gift from one of them. There's a curse attached, but you don't know what it is, although it's somewhat is related to the gift.
Okay.
Would you like me to read relatively quickly a shortened form of what you could get? And of course, you won't know what the negative would be.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, starting at the beginning. You could cast Contagion 3 times, and then it vanishes. You could cast Lightning Bolt 3 times, and then it vanishes. You could cast Raise Dead 3 times, and then it goes away. You could cast Mind Blank once, and it lasts for a year on whoever you put it. You could get the ability to grow wings whenever you want, and have 50 feet of flying speed. You could cast Suggestion on someone 3 times. You could have the ability to climb like a spider on ceilings and walls.
Somebody took that.
That doesn't
was one I
matter.
took.
Multiple people can take the same one, but once you take one, you can't take any more.
He's got an eyeball in his head.
Yes, so Crouton Tar took Spider Climb, and now he has a eye open on his forehead, but it is definitely not one that looks like it can see out of. It's rotten and all white, and it looks like a boiled egg. You
Okay.
could cast Reincarnate once, 3 times, but this version of Reincarnate does not matter how long the target has been dead. You can get one that increases your charisma by 4 up to a max of 22. You could get one that basically gives you the benefits of a Ring of Warmth. You can get one that gives you Scrying as a spell 3 times. You can get one that gives you True Sight that lasts for 30 days. You can get one that gives you a Belt of Fire Giant Strength for up to 10 days, and then it vanishes.
Mhm.
You can get one that'll increase your maximum hit points by 30 that lasts for 10 days. You can get one that gives you the ability to cast Finger of Death 3 times. You get one that gives you the abilities of both an Amulet against Proof of Detection and Location and a Ring of Evasion, and it lasts for 10 days. You get one that lets you summon 2 Hellhounds,
Ooh.
and it only works once, and they last until they die.
The
Uh-huh.
Hillhound's character sheet is available in the chat.
Yep, because I put that up because people asked. Kazan was kind enough to put that up for people. And this is the last one. One of these basically will teach you how to become a vampire. One of them will teach you how to become a lich. And one of them will give you a resurrection that, I messed that up, will give you resurrection that works once on any creature no matter how long it's been dead. The other one was
Okay.
regular resurrection.
Okay.
A lich is that guy in the down here that is being so gracious to house us right now.
Yeah. So that's the long list of curses that you guys can get.
Okay.
No,
Okay, Andrew, I just realized I've had these spells for the longest time, and all I've ever done was use my knife or my crossbow. Or. Okay,
Don't worry.
alright.
It's a learning process. Don't worry.
There's some good stuff in here. That is ridiculous. Okay,
Yeah, there's some
alright.
really good stuff you could pick from.
Yeah, alright, okay. I just got Hellish Rebuke, which is really nice.
It's really good. So it's a reaction, so it's not like you can use it automatically. It's like if something attacks you,
Yeah.
then
Says one reaction which you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you that you can see. Okay. Alright.
So was anybody else besides Crouton and Rayrin tempted by any of these dark gifts?
Tempted.
I'm gonna pass on these dark gifts.
Alrighty. Anybody else?
Give me 1 second. I'm wanting to look at that character sheet for the Hillhounds. Is that in Google Chat or the?
I think it's Google Chat. Yeah. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm gonna ask the Lich if he knows anything about the fortune teller, Madam Eva.
She's slightly after my time. I've only seen her in scrying, and I'm only able to look at her neighbors. She doesn't like to be peeked in on. I think she's paranoid against Strahd.
I'm
But
sorry.
she does have the gift of divination. I will admit that.
The darkness?
No, Madam Eva has the gift of divination. She can see the future partially.
Are y'all getting feedback through my mic when you guys talk?
No, perfectly fine.
Okay, cool. Because I have it hooked up to my Xbox so that I can utilize my phone.
Professor Kazan, I know you told me once before, but I'm not as bright as you. Can you tell me again about what you know about the nightmare?
About the nightmare?
Mother.
Oh, the Night Mother? She's a local deity, but you're looking at the birthplace of Strahd, so there was no
No.
work of gods behind this. It's just a magical being who got trapped in Huta Amber by some wizards and is trying to spread chaos, and that's his gift.
So just a myth.
Yeah, to a point, just like the Morning Lord. There's nothing but science and knowledge. I don't get in for that all voodoo stuff.
All right, Andrew, can you read the sarcophagi description for the Hillhound one more time?
Of course. The vestige within the sarcophagus offers the dark gift of Sarek, the Hellhound Whisperer. Sarek's gift is the power to summon and control hellhounds. As an action, the beneficiary of this gift can summon and control 2 hellhounds. Both appear at the same time. The beneficiary can summon hounds only once, and the dark gift vanishes when they die.
Y'all think I should do it?
It sounds
Crouton
kind of
says,
cool.
yeah, Team Dark Gift.
Hmm.
Don't ever. There's a reason Crouton Tire's nickname is War Crime.
Yeah, but Fluffy Puppy. Um.
I say do it.
If you're nice to them, they eat you.
You think the
If you're nice to them, they eat you.
would I actually have to worry about, like, would I'm the one?
She's racist against hellhounds because she's a cat. Don't listen to her.
Oh, okay.
Way to play the misogyny card there. That card is not helpful.
Guys, well, like, look, I'm
So,
fine. I turned
I-
out fine.
So it's just once, and then once they die, they're gone.
Yep, that's it.
You know what? Screw it. I'll do it.
Okay. 1 second. I'm making some notes.
I hope I don't regret this. I hope I don't get a third eye like this Joker over here.
Okay. Whatever. I tried.
Remember, Crouton Tar's decision making leveled the only good shop in town. It is now under.
I'm pretty sure that was Strahd's decision making.
I'm pretty sure it was tied to your decision making.
Butterfly flaps its wings.
Okay, so Samuel, I don't know how to put it on your spell sheet really, but just remember, at any point as an action, you can summon 2 hellhounds. You can't just have one, and then they're a totally real creature. They don't time out. They don't go away after a certain amount of time. They're now real, and they'll do whatever you say until they die.
Alright.
Hey, summon them right now.
So there's no drawback or no, like, dark thing that happens right now?
Of course there's a drawback. You just don't know what it is because it hasn't been revealed to you.
Okay. I thought it was going to get revealed, like, once
Hasn't
I,
changed
like, bound to the gift. Alright.
Every gift has a curse.
Alright. Does the curse go away when they do?
No.
So...
Strahd made that clear, or Kazan made that clear that the curse does not go away ever. Well, it can, but it takes a lot more to do that.
So, like, will he... With the Crouton Tar's gift, does his, like, walking on walls time out eventually, or... Is that
From the
Description
description
doesn't
I
say
gave,
so.
from the description I gave, it doesn't seem to ever go away. But he still doesn't know the nature of the curse. None of you know the nature of any of your curses.
Alright. I summoned the Hellhounds.
Okay. 2 hellhounds appear before you. I'm surprised you did it now. Now you've got 2 hellhounds, so let's find some hellhounds.
I can wait if y'all want me to wait.
I'm amazed that the 2, well, 1 warlock. Rontai, are you gonna keep it real with me? Oh, and Yasuke, you don't
Yeah.
have a dark, do you?
No.
Okay, so like we're pure.
Oh my gosh. When have we ever been together?
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. However, we're purer than the people who decided to say yes to the dark gifts that made the demon that we are out to fight.
Yeah. Oh wow. Not like I haven't done it before.
Yeah, no, I know.
Just say, hey, you gotta use what's available to you.
Very true. Very true.
Charisma boosted 4.
I should have waited to use this until we got to Strahd.
I mean, they don't go away, so...
How close are we to
Okay.
Strahd?
I'll give you 1 chance, Samuel, to have not summoned them right now.
Alright, I will take it.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know what you were going to do with them, but I don't mind either way.
I was gonna pet them and hug them mainly.
But they respond negatively to that. They will eat you. Did you read the description of hellhounds before you made this?
But did you read the description of the dark gift, which says they will do whatever he says?
Yes, but they will turn on him. Like, hellhounds turn on people who are nice to them. It said it very clearly in the description.
Well, he better be a mean person.
A mean
Better be
person.
very, very mean.
Kick your hellhounds. Tell them how ugly
Description.
they are.
Fire-breathing friends that take the form of powerful dogs. Hellhounds commonly serve evil creatures that use them as guard animals and companions.
Evil creatures.
Commonly serve evil creatures. Commonly.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
So summon them and pet them.
Let's see what happens.
Wait, I think we should. Sam, you should wait.
Crouton.
I'm waiting until we get to Strahd to release them.
do that whenever you feel like.
Why do I feel like Sprout is just gonna one tap the Hellhounds? We'll see.
What the heck am I?
What do we want to do? So we got 3 spell scrolls that we can choose from in our whole group. We should probably do that.
So, did you read the trait evil to the core?
The what?
The trait of hellhounds that says evil to the core.
That's kind of important.
Yeah.
As long as they're more bound by their obedience to their master, it's fine.
Hellhounds are smarter than mundane beasts. However, a hellhound's evil disposition means that the creature can't be trained to be anything other than a ruthless killer. If a hellhound isn't allowed to indulge its malevolent hunger, it quickly abandons or turns against its master. You gotta read the fine print, my friends.
I'm sure we can find a way to make that work.
Okay. Just for the fun of it, whatever map you're on, that's what I just did to give you guys a character token for the Hellhounds, and that's what they look like if you want to zoom in.
Alright. Ooh. Pretty puppy!
So there you go. That's what you got. You get 2 of those.
We kind of like.
And you should have their hit points and armor class and other abilities from the description. You know, they have 15 armor class. They have pretty good strength. They have fire breath, bite attack that has +5 on it. Pack tactics, so they'll always have advantage if they're within 5 feet of each other. So there you go.
Okay. Now that we have
They're careless.
Well,
extremely aggressive pets.
all right. What else, folks? Anybody else going to go for a dark gift after that long diatribe or description?
Anyone?
Not me.
Not me.
Yasuke, are you guarding dark gifted?
All right, 3 4 and 3 not. That's what it sounds like. Okay, folks, what's the plan? What are we doing?
We should probably go back to the abbot and dig up a grave.
I think that might actually. Well, I thought we were going to learn more about the abbot.
Okay.
He had nothing more to tell us, so
What grave are we digging up? The one with the tombstone with the symbol?
yeah.
Yeah.
Could we describe or sketch out the symbol to the Lich and ask him if he knows its meaning? Or was the symbol just the sun?
I mean, anybody have any skills in relation to drawing or artistry that would allow them to very accurately versus crudely draw it? Or do you want to
like a performance check or?
Sure. Who wants to try their luck at making a good? I mean, the better information you give them, the better answer you'll get.
Better information for who? What information are we giving who?
What that medallion would look like that went in the gravestone you're talking about.
Oh, I use illusion, I guess. Minor illusion, and create a perfect replica of the medallion.
All right, that's a pretty good one. I was hoping to get to the town faster than that. Which town was that in?
That was in Creasy at the Abbey.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Abbey, graveyard. Okay, so Kazan, once again pleased with a good performance piece and a nice use of magic and an excellent way, milady, of transferring information accurately, says, I know exactly what that is. That's Tasha Petrovia's holy symbol. She wore that for many years. I knew her in her youth. She was a very, very powerful cleric.
How do you spell?
Tasha
Hang on. There you go.
Petrovna.
What was it?
Holy symbol from when she was a cleric. What?
Is that her grave?
That's her holy symbol that she is holding there as an illusion.
So that's the medallion we need to open whatever.
And who's
right?
Tasha? Tell us about Tasha. What's
Well, in her youth, she was a healer, and then she became a very powerful cleric. And of course, when Strahd took over, she tried her very best to protect people, but eventually he took an interest to her, and she disappeared into his dungeons. And I imagine her bones are still there to this day.
You've got to return that skull, the silver dragon.
Oh, and just to help out, 3-inch diameter sun-shaped indentation on the east side of the grave. Engraved beneath the indentation is the name Petrovna. You did. It was just a long time ago.
Okay. Can you say that description one more time?
The gravestone, marked with roses and bears, has a 3-inch diameter sun-shaped indentation on its eastern side. East. Important. Engraved beneath the indentation is the name Petrovna. And Kazan is pretty convinced that she disappeared into the bowels of the castle and probably remains there to this day.
So there's no body there. So what is buried there? We should dig it up and find out.
Or we should just show him the gravestone and see if there's any resemblance between Tasha and this woman who is actually buried here.
You show him the gravestone. He goes, yes, that is a sad marker for a lost cleric. They put those down in remembrance.
So,
Probably nothing there.
Won't find out till we dig it up.
Holy symbol.
Any place that we can find that amulet?
Probably right next to her bones. Strahd liked to leave people with their possessions and give them some hope that they could use their power to escape, which of course they can't.
How can we get out of these lands?
Defeat Strahd.
so.
Any recommendations on that?
Stake to the heart. A few times. Front and back. Left and right.
Okay.
Good luck. Silver.
Is there anything?
Garlic.
So, question:
Although I don't know that-
Are vampires fireproof?
No.
Okay,
I think
so
we
fire
gave us
also can kill them along with the stake.
Also, question. Do you know of any differences between Strahd and a normal regular vampire?
He's much older, more powerful, and more powerful.
In the chat, their Google chat, there should be the link for Vampire 2 that you can read all about.
But that's
Vampire stats.
regular vampires, not Strahd vampire.
Right, well, Strahd has more,
Well,
not less.
The base vampire.
Right, the base model of vampire.
Plus,
Does he have any thoughts on how to cure a very weak vampire? Because we still have that kid back in the church that we've just sort of left there.
If he is not fed yet on humans, you can cure him with lesser restoration.
Lesser?
Oh, okay. We can try that.
Yeah.
Only if he hasn't fed.
Only if he has not fed. You can head back there and do. I don't know if I have lesser restoration. Okay,
prepared, but I could.
I thought
Hey.
chance that Edresh had it.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my laptop.
Prepared.
No problem.
It's sitting on the couch.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, he does have that prepared. So the Strahd's castle. Did we not go someplace in the mountains either? Did we look at the map?
We are in the
There is the keep where the Order of the Silver Dragon was. Do we want to ask him anything about them? I don't know what there is to ask about them.
Godfrey. Yeah, let's ask about the different. They weren't shadows. What heck were they?
Wraiths. Revenants.
Yeah, Revenants. Yeah, with Godfrey.
Godfrey. Let's mention Godfrey to the witch.
The Order of the Silver Knight. Yeah, they followed the Silver Dragon. Very dedicated order. They worked very hard at preserving knowledge. It was sad when they lost, but Strahd is what Strahd does. But he won't last forever. At least I hope. But I'll outlast him.
Was he a part of the order?
Strahd? No. Strahd never had the temperament to make a good paladin either.
What does the Lich have to say about the Force keeping everybody trapped in the lands?
Let's call it a cosmological argument between the Morning Lord and the Night Mother to see how this game plays out in the valley. To see who wins, good or evil.
Do you think Strahd is going to be our last and only barrier between us getting out of these lands?
He was the only barrier from the beginning and the end.
Well, the barrier seems to be the placement of that dragon skull.
How so, young man?
Because something told us that returning that to its resting place would
Be a beacon of hope.
Yes. Would be a beacon of hope.
That's it. That's all the legend says, young man.
We definitely would be. What is Mount Ganges is to the east of us?
That's really close to where you are. It's
Where-
just a super high mountain, very cold, very dry, very unpleasant.
Where are we
Right
at
on the
right
ski.
now on the map?
You're at X.
Is the lower middle.
I hope we
Right now, you're over here.
Ah.
Where does this path go to?
Fog. So, my friends, are you planning to leave my fair chambers and sally forth?
Yeah, I think we're gonna sell
I guess.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to offer you an escort to anywhere you want to go.
Ooh, so kind and thoughtful. Thank you. Where would we like to go?
our spell scrolls that we want for the whole party while we're in the castle, or can we think about it?
Before we leave the Amber Temple, I want a decision.
Okay.
Oh yeah, scrolls. Scrolls wouldn't count as a spell slot, so I almost want to say scrolls for invisibility, if I could have any.
Maybe not every scroll, because we only get 3 for
We
the
get-
whole party.
You get 3 for the party.
Oh, 3 for the whole party. All right, never mind.
Yeah, maybe we want something from the cleric's thing about raising decks.
Wait.
I think we.
How do spell scrolls work?
It's basically the same as casting it regular, it's just the scroll goes away.
So it has to be the level, like one of the same levels of spells that you can already cast?
Yes, but you can cast above your level, you just have to roll for it.
Then there'd be a roll involved.
So Okay.
You have to roll above a 50. You have to roll above a 10 plus the spell's level. And then you get to use your spell modifier and potentially any luck or inspiration you have on you.
So, guys, there's a 9th level spell called Wish.
I was
Yeah.
wondering when the wizard would bring up Wish. Yes, Wish is pretty awesome. Please read all of the costs and other spots.
Oh.
So we got that demon that we killed earlier. It had a book. The book had lightning bolt in it, and something we couldn't read. Could we get the lich
Alright.
to tell us what is in it?
When that's done, I'm gonna read off the Wish.
Okay, he really wants to know what was the last spell in the book. The one that I remember somebody almost got me to cast because they asked me what I was reading. Foolish mortals. It's Finger of Death.
No, I didn't mean that book. I meant that demon we fought had a book, and all we could tell was that it had lightning bolt as a spell.
Yagnoloth.
Oh, those silly things from Celestials. Yeah, my librarians like to summon them in when they can. That book is basically just an endless chain of lightning damage, and it just goes up the further you go through it. Although those Yagdalos, they can't cast the last spell. It's kind of funny. But if you can get the spell book, it's a great source of spells. I've got a few. Used them up. Quite powerful.
Is that book something anyone can use, or just wizards?
You have to well, you know, if you were sufficient level, you probably could, you know. He's probably thinking in the teens. Because those are 8th level spells.
Okay, so no.
Could he cast, the Lich cast Hero's Feast for us without a penalty? Is that not clear? It's not.
He could, but how long does it last?
Oh, we got that book that would increase somebody's wisdom, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
Medresh has it.
Can we say that Medresh has been sitting in a corner studying that for the amount of time necessary to gain its benefit?
Sure.
48 hours of it. 6 days.
How many points did that give? 2?
2.
I don't remember.
I think it was 2. All right. You guys want to do that to Medresh? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so. He's our only caster that charms out.
Tome of
casts out
Understanding.
All right.
wisdom.
This book contains intuition and insights. Spend 48 hours over the next 6 days, right? We've been here for a while, long time.
Yeah, definitely.
6 days. And it will take 6 days. Wisdom increases by 2, as does your maximum for that.
All right. He has a wisdom of 20. He used up the book. That's a +5 to his. Whoops. Typed it in the wrong
Question,
spot.
how do I add on here? How do I add my room?
I have to custom make an item to do that.
Hey, I popped into the server, by the way. What's the map? Or could you, like, send me there?
There you go. Sounds like one of those bird toys is trying to come back to life.
It's in my index.
So I
Oh,
put
funny.
them as an other modifier.
I didn't even move to a different, it's not even loading.
Oh, sorry about that. Let me try again. Oh, that's because I hit the wrong darn button. There you go. How's that?
That's way better. Appreciate it.
Okay. But yeah, I'll fix that. So you're gonna do the glow rune, right? Okay.
And are there areas on the map we haven't been to yet?
Nope. Except for the inside of the castle, really.
Except for the what castle?
Strahd's castle is the only place you haven't been in. You've been everywhere else.
We want to
Should we go revisit a spot?
sneak in there and
Maybe
Well,
there
I
was
think we should.
maybe there was a creature or something we didn't meet in one of the other places we were that we can level up again.
I do think we should dig up that grave at the Abbots.
I don't know if we should dig it up, but he just said that it's with the bones, and the bones are in the castle. The medallion should be with the bones, and the bones are likely in the castle. I think the god telling us it's time to go to the castle.
Do we want to do a heist where
yes,
we try to sneak in and maybe without engaging the big boss, rob a few things?
yes, steal the scroll, steal the skull, the silver dragon skull. and
Yeah.
return that.
I think we should spend as long as possible not being detected.
Because I've been thinking about that quite a bit, because now that I finally have access to level 2 spells, I can walk on any surface, walls, ceilings, perfectly silently, and I have invisibility.
Did you manage to duplicate?
Oh, nice.
Wait, you only have level 2?
No, he did not yet.
And I
Working,
what?
Trying to learn about it, but he hasn't.
You said you're at level 2 or 3?
I can cast up, I'm a level 5 artificer, so I can only cast up to level 2 spells.
So you can't make a duplicate?
Not yet.
How long till you get to duplicate it?
Don't
Like
know.
what level would you have to be?
We haven't entirely determined that because it's not really a known mechanic. I'm kind of making that part up. But you have. I would say just use it.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just add it.
All right.
I'll just add it to my crossbow.
Okay. Well, for now, just play as if you have it. I'll set one up.
Right,
later.
where can I look for it in my inventory?
I have no idea who has it.
I mean, I have the glow rune in my inventory.
Okay. Well, just put it in your inventory. Find it somewhere and add it. What is that hissing? Is water running somewhere?
As somebody's microphone.
I apologize. I have a heater, portable heater going.
Oh,
You might
sorry,
be
not
picking up
your
on that.
hissing. It's behind me, Yasuke.
Yeah, it's the
Oh.
toilet. The toilet has a personality. Has a personality.
Some of the kids at my school do it.
So, did we already leave the Amber
No, you're
Temple?
still at the Amber Temple, but Kazan has made some sort of offer of escort to get you wherever you're going.
Well,
In other words,
back to the
God.
scrolls thing. Did we ever get those 3 scrolls spells?
No, you haven't. I need those defined. Hero's Feast was one talked about because it gives you resistance to being charmed, which is something Nip asked about.
Right. If everyone else is okay with it, can I ask for Wish?
I don't think we.
Shoot.
I mean, we
Yep.
could go for it, ask for it, but like,
I doubt we'll use it anytime soon, but like, if we do eventually face Strahd, it'd be nice to have.
If you had wish, you could just stand there and say, I wish Strahd were dead.
Exactly. That's kind of why.
And then the game ends.
It's a game breaking.
So most likely, no, you're not going to get that.
It's kind of like genie wishes, where it's like anything could happen. Like Strahd is dead,
But
to make up something random for it. Like
Also,
he just said
Wish-
he's dead.
Wish is a 9th level spell, so you will have to be level 17 to cast it, unless you roll for it and get really lucky. And you have to have the material components for it, which are expensive and hard, because it's usually basically a quest in of itself to get all the components to cast it.
Okay, got it.
So you're going to have a very hard time with that one. In parentheses, a wish spell is usually the point of some adventure. Save a town, bring somebody back to life, repair an idol, save a god. It's the end-all be-all of spells. I mean, for instance, you're allowed to create an item worth up to 25,000 in gold. with a wish spell. That's 300 feet in any dimension. I mean, that's
Yeah, so I'm getting the vibe that you're not going to be allowed to be a god, Sam.
Hey, I'm just throwing spitballing ideas here, okay? Straw's been demolishing this place for who knows how long. It'd be a nice ace in the hole to have. Just all I'm saying. But if y'all want to do it the hard route and battle him, fine, we can do that.
I'm just saying that I don't think you are not level 9 material, my friend.
Also, I don't think that's you of not trying to fight Strahd.
Yeah, I don't even want to. There's no glory in not fighting Strahd. There's no glory in not trying to sneak into Strahd's castle. Let's do the roguiest thing that ever rogued and sneak our asses into, like, a demon god's castle.
We don't have. This whole place is under torment, okay? We don't have time to be sneaky.
Okay.
Alright? We need to get this done.
You all.
If you would like to engage him directly, that will keep him distracted while we rob the place.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say.
Alright,
Your
that
sacrifice will be
that
remembered.
I am down for. If that I'm okay with.
To the castle, my friend.
To the castle. Are we ready?
Are we going to Strahd's castle now? We doing this?
Do we wanna stop off at that church and cast Lesser Restoration on that vampire and see what happens?
It looks like
Yeah, I think we should do another side quest.
Crouton really wants to stop there.
And I do think we should dig up that grave in Cressing.
well, we could play it as Red, just talking. So what's the plan, folks? Are we going to leave the castle or leave the Amber Temple?
What did we decide?
You got one for it, I guess.
We're gonna destroy it.
Looks like Crouton wants to stop at that
I'd like to decide now. So okay,
church
folks.
place
We're
first.
going to leave the Amber Temple, it sounds like. Please pick the 3 scrolls you would like.
Get put on the spot.
Pretty much.
Do you want me to decide? I'll decide.
No.
What do we want for dinner? I'll decide. No, why are we having a trouble with this?
Greater invisibility, heroes feast.
Spell scrolls for the whole party.
Heroes
Like-
Feast.
That's a good one.
I pick Heroes Feast.
Okay, I'm
Somebody
going
else.
with Heroes Feast.
Okay. I'm happy with that. What do other people want?
Besides
Now we have
which,
2
you're
people.
Mordecai's
Okay.
fabulous mansion.
I thought we had a scroll for that delivered to us.
We do.
Well, you do actually have
Well,
one.
we could use another one
That's up to you guys, you know.
because we need to take a break.
What does greater invisibility give us?
We can do more than one.
I forget. I just said that off the top of my
I don't
head.
think it turns off if you attack or cast a spell.
You were a creature,
That
you
would
touch
be good
becomes
for a
invisible
heist.
until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person.
So get more than one person with greater invisibility?
Nope, just one. I don't know what the difference is, though. But in the light of what Chris is saying in brevity, I'll let you pick the other 2 later, because I'd love for you guys to get going, rather than reading through the whole player's handbook.
I mean, like. It's
So how
one thing
about it?
For the DM to lay out breadcrumbs. At this point, I feel like he's throwing whole loaves in our face. Let's just go to the castle.
And do you want to stop by the town?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So, you come outside at the front of the Amber Temple. It's frigid. A smell hits you. Very unpleasant smell. Kazan doesn't really seem to notice, although he does tighten up his robes about them. He says, they'll escort you anywhere you want. And with that many of them, nobody will bother you. Just walk, they'll follow. Although if you go into a town, I recommend telling them to stay. They'll wait outside, come back and get them. Standing outside there, moving very slowly, are about 50 zombies.
Wow. 50
And
zombies.
When you're done with them, probably at your stop, just say, we're done, and they'll wander back home. Bye! And he walks back inside where it's warm.
Thank you. Alright.
All right, we
So
gotta get
you
moving
guys
because it's
all
like freezing right now.
time walking down to Valakai.
Yep.
You tell the zombies to wait far outside so you don't freak out the guards. As you go inside, off in the distance, you can hear boos and hisses as somebody's saying, "But all is well." You make it into the church. You hear down in the floorboards, "Father, please, something, something," and you see a priest lamenting and flailing himself and praying to the morning Lord, trying to save his son. You say, "We got this, we got this." Go downstairs. The kid cowers in the corner. Medresh comes up, lays a little lesser restoration on him. The paleness goes away. The eyes become bloodshot. He looks around a bit confused and goes, "Thank you. What just happened?" Climbs upstairs. The father and son embrace, and everybody's happy.
Yay! Tentacle this way.
Nice.
Anything else? 'Cause you got a lot of money on you, but there's not much things to spend.
No quest reward.
Ulrich in the Blue Water Inn is pleased to see you. Gives you another bag of 30 gold, saying things have been going well. They've missed you for a while. You've been gone a few weeks. I do apologize. We spent the rest of the money, but here's today's.
Oh, that's
And,
right. We own like a
well,
hotel or something.
Sherbert the Loud is sitting in the corner, tuning his lute.
Has half the floorboards been gone? Because of our friend.
No. In fact, when you passed by, you noticed that the burned out area that was Blinsky's has been rebuilt, all of stone, and all immaculately carved with swirls and patterns and geometric designs. And you find him inside making everything. In fact, there's little chess figures all around the area. It looks like he's been trying to make little chess pieces out of stone. He seems quite pleased, distracted, and Piccolo seems very pleased to see you.
My friend Piccolo. We love Piccolo.
All right, do you want to go anywhere else with the zombies? Do you want more of Valakai?
I think we should keep the zombies
that are
still
following
close
us?
to us.
Pretty much. But they're just such a pack of zombies that nothing dare come close. But the smell is challenging.
Eh,
I still
Yo,
think
what if we
should
use the
visit Grace Pick.
zombies as a distraction?
Well, you don't know what other rules have been put upon them. You do feel you don't want to overstay your welcome with Kazan's help in getting you where you want to go. What did you say you wanted to visit and freak out somebody?
I just said I still think we should go to Kresic and dig that grave up.
I don't
That
think
might be
it's
worth it.
I will
Yeah,
answer.
Nothing but
great.
time.
I will answer that. Group, make a decision. Give me a vote here. and we'll
I
play
vote.
it.
Let's do it. He really wants to dig up that grave.
All right, that's 2 yes, and we got 3 neutral. 3 yeses versus.
I say
2 no.
yes.
Okay, that's another yes. The yeses win. Okay. Against at least Nip's better judgment, I'd like to know your opinion, Rayron.
I'm just gonna follow along.
All right, so neutral, no, and several yeses. So you go over to the abbot's place. You go to the graveyard in the back. Medrash was a neutral vote as well. Everybody gets out a shovel. Nip stands back, only not too sure. And it's basically a block of stone lying in the ground, but not really too sure what to do about it. You kind of shove it out of position and begin to dig. All of a sudden, Medrash just gets this heartbroken feeling. He really doesn't know what it means. But this was consecrated somehow, and is now not. He digs for a bit. They hand off the shovel for a bit. Few people change. They dig for another while.
Can you
Down-
tell? Like
Anybody of a cleric, paladin, or religious nature would have been able to tell.
And then tell me.
And he did.
You guys are. Why?
And he digs down about 6 feet and finds nothing. It was just a block of stone laying upon the ground.
There's nothing in the grave.
With it. Now can we go to the castle now that you've ruined another present for us?
I vote we go to the castle.
Okay. Let's say we take the time, we travel over hill and dale, and we finally find ourselves at the gates of the castle with zombies milling around. And thankfully Rayron, who's found them very cute, is trying to persuade them away the edges of the cliff so they don't fall down and make a mess of themselves.
Oh, dumb little zombies.
And there we are.
Is her stone thing following us everywhere? Yes. Okay.
Yep. So familiars are with us, other creatures are with us. Now I've got control at the moment just so I can do this a little better. Let me get back where we were, chapter 4.
AFK.
Do you remember how we emailed Canva because we hadn't gotten our wedding?
Oh, this map
They
is taking
just
forever to load up.
yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Some of these maps
Hasn't
are
loaded
pretty
up
We're
me
about to
either.
get 15 more for free.
sorry about that.
Which means we can send them to whoever the
It's all
heck we
good.
want.
Random.
Isn't that exciting?
Random.
Isn't that
random.
exciting?
I feel like I made a mistake getting this
Isn't that
kid
exciting?
because
I think you have
she
190
will not
applications
leave
for
me
nobody.
alone.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I have to spray
Anybody
her with a
else?
spray bottle.
How are people doing on the map loading?
Oh, I'm
Oh,
there.
it just came up.
Yep, just came up.
Okay. So all three of you, Samuel, you got it?
Yes, I
Shield
did.
Guardian. What? Shield Guardian.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's mine.
yeah, they got a necklace
is
that
new.
controls that Field Guardian, and Ray Ren's wearing it at the moment.
Does it? It still
Nice.
has the
Yep, still has one on it. Okay, so everybody got the map? Samuel, are you good?
I am.
Can I move my character? Yes, I can.
Samuel, you with us?
I am. Okay, oh,
Sure.
There you
He
go.
said
Sorry.
AFK.
my mic was
Oh,
muted.
okay, nope.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
it
I'm
is
here.
AFK.
Okay, is your map good, Samuel?
It is. Yeah.
All right. All
Keep
right.
coming
So
over here,
as
Chihiro, and I'm
you
gonna spray you.
approach the bluff for the cliff, it starts to turn a little colder, and a dismal rain starts to fall. And you feel it's probably going to become a torrent rather quickly. Lightning routinely strikes
I'm gonna
the
wait.
light sky, followed by huge pearls of thunder that make the castle shudder. Thick, cold fog swirls. Oh, we're two ahead. Excuse me. All right, two ahead. So it looks like the bird is flying ahead, and you see a magnificent castle. The drawbridge is down, the porticos are up, and you see a clear path into the courtyard. I'm going to unlock the map and let people do what they will. What's the plan?
So do we think that we're gonna have an encounter in here? Should we take an hour and have our heroes feast?
I don't.
I think we should do some reconnaissance first.
Yeah.
And by
Agreed.
we, I mean me, and by that I mean, can one of you people who have invisibility cast it on me before I go in so that I can have 3 spell slots to do things?
I just pass my own invisibility and I
We're
go.
going with her. Okay.
Yeah, you guys go together.
I will cast invisibility on.
Wait, can you do 2 people?
At a higher level, I believe you can.
At level 3 he can.
So I will cast
But
invisibility.
if he's going to cast it, before he does, I'm going to cast see invisibility on myself because that's not a concentration spell.
And I can give
Okay.
you the lantern. Somebody I can. The other one I can give the lantern to.
I can take the lantern, and can you cast it on Crutantar and
When you cast
Pumpkin?
a spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, you can target
Wait,
one
wait.
additional creature. For each slot level above 2. So this is 2. So I can do three things I can make invisible for an hour.
Pumpkin, the homunculus.
Then my homunculus pops its head up out of the bag of holding.
Okay.
So you who wants to be invisible? You got 3.
I'm invisible already.
You already did your own invisibility.
Right, but I'd like it on Pumpkin, and I think the homunculus would be the other natural second. Because the
And-
homunculus
and
is
Crouton.
usually. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll cast.
It's a cat toy.
Send in a stealth squad.
I know. It's in the bag.
It's in the bed.
Yep.
Alright, so I cast invisibility
Very
on
good.
those 3.
All right.
All right, then I haul
Owl.
ass inside.
Okay.
and then you guys have that ring on. You have the lantern of revealing,
Okay.
And I have see invisibility
and Ren
Now,
for the same amount of time, basically for an hour, I think.
On everyone, what's over happening?
What you
Alright.
said?
With your,
I'm sorry, Dave. I didn't hear you.
I said I cast see invisibility before you cast invisibility on me.
Okay.
And just out of curiosity, how heavy is the lantern?
Less than a pound ish. Maybe a pound or two.
So I'd actually like to give him the lantern off to Pumpkin.
Fine.
Okay, so how high is the wall, like the ramparts of this castle here?
Okay. As you approach, thick cold fog swirls in the courtyard. Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead as thunder shakes the ground. Through the drizzle, you see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's open main doors. Warm light spills out of the entrance, flooding the courtyard. High above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. The walls of the courtyard are about 90 feet high. The dark towers of the castle rise even higher.
So some amount up is a broken window.
On the castle, yes. Very far up.
I guess I'm asking for like a three-dimensional model of the castle.
You saw one.
Where?
In the Ember Temple.
Yeah, but I'm like, I want a visual because
I
I'm going
know.
up. I'm gonna go up walls here.
I have a visual that's highly inappropriate because it gives far. Well, you know what? No. I'm giving you this. Okay, I'm going to put a picture in chat because you did see the model. Let me make sure this doesn't give anything else away. That's pretty good. Okay, folks. I'm going to put this in Discord. If I can find a general chat. No, okay. Yep. So that is a model of the castle. Now, keeping in mind, you're looking at it the wrong way around. You guys are coming in from the right. So,
Is there any purpose on the walls other than the window? Is
Not-
there any? Is
no.
it smooth stone?
very smooth.
All right, then I walk right up the wall and I peek in the window.
Okay. Give me a dex roll, please. You'll see why. I don't have anywhere to. Dadgummit. Wait a minute, I gotta find a place to have. Here we go. Yeesh. Okay. 15. So after you're about 20 foot high, climbing straight up the wall, all of the bricks that you're currently attached to separate from the castle wall. And you plummet. But you do manage to stick the landing and take 1d4 damage.
No, we didn't. Not at all.
Well,
Who? How?
if I'm sliding down the wall, wouldn't I just immediately grab the nearest solid area
You didn't-
and
You
stick
didn't
to it?
slide. You didn't slide. The bricks you were attached to
Oh, okay.
separated from the wall, pushed out as if pushed from the other side, and flung you out into space. You are now holding these bricks and falling.
All right, I rolled a 1. I'll take that.
There you go. And then, as you hit the ground and look up, with some agility and taking very little damage, a pale face sticks its head out there and smiles and gives a bark of laughter, just for a visible moment. Oh, you guys are zoomed into weird places. And you think you knew who that was, and you're a little annoyed. He seems to be having fun with that. And then he pulls his head back in.
I don't know that we snuck in.
Wait, I
Even
just
though
have a
they're
quick
invisible.
question. If I cast Featherfall on him, do I lose my invisibility? Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
actually.
Then I didn't do it.
Okay.
I let him fall.
And then as you look to try and see who stuck his head out of that hole, you're a bit confused because there's no hole. There's not even bricks on the ground around Crouton.
All right.
Hmm.
Well, we're here.
Genjutsu.
Like you've been in all your actual.
So Crouton is on the ground about there, and you can see the whole courtyard.
Well, actually, I was thinking of like going up, like immediately up this wall.
Okay, you can climb up. That's the guardhouse that also looks like it has chains and mechanisms to control the drawbridge and the portcullis and the main doors. So we
And
can.
he saw right through our.
So you thought I was over here.
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay, then did I actually fall
Well,
off that
no.
wall?
No, you did not. Sorry, I got. You said you were going to the hole in the glass.
Oh, I thought that was like right here.
No,
I
here.
wasn't gonna head into there yet.
Oh, okay. That's on the front. So there's a door here. If you were in the courtyard, that you would have seen, but there's no glass, no nothing here. There's just slots for the chains.
Past this thing? Can you walk in this?
That's an arch. The main wooden doors are in that arch. They are currently open.
Alright, so I would have just wanted to head right up on top of this and get an aerial view.
Okay. So you've got an aerial view up there. Excuse me, let me borrow you. And there you go. Now you see the roofs of both of those buildings. They look like guard houses and possibly control for the drawbridge and whatnot.
Alright, then I guess I wanna start working my way around the ramparts.
All right. You don't find. Oh, you got to pause so I can update the map. Sorry, I can't do it when you're moving. There you go. And that's it for here. Tell me when you guys are done exploring.
You said there's a door over here?
Yes, on that side of the wall. I don't have. It's not drawn, but and then Crouton off to your north, leaning against the ramparts, smiling and looking at everybody, is a very handsome-looking man, being overtly cliche. And as the thunder booms, he makes eye contact with you, gives you a small
Oh,
toast
man.
with the glass of, that he's drinking from. And as the thunder ebbs away and the lighting goes back down, he fades from view again.
Somebody can see you guys.
Fair enough. So there's a door here?
Yes. Okay.
Test for traps.
Okay.
Let me just read see invisibility in case there's some detail
Run
that
down.
matters.
Try to open it.
Okay, for the duration, you see invisible creatures and objects as if they were visible, and you can see into the ethereal plane. Ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent.
All right.
And I have that for an hour.
Yep, you didn't see him coming nor going, but you did see him for a moment. Okay. No map, I apologize. This tower gate is a guard shack and control mechanisms for raising and lowering the drawbridge and portals. You can't seem to find an actual mechanism to do it. It's just, there's no handle, there's no way to turn it.
So I can't get in the door, or?
No, you're in the door, you're in the room. You can see the mechanism that raises and lowers the drawbridge or makes the spikes go up and down. But it's not like there's a big wheel you grab and turn. It's just a mechanism with no obvious human interaction spot. You suspect magic after this many years playing with things like this. Maybe there's a spell, maybe there's a wand movement, maybe there's a password you say, you don't know.
Can you get over it? I'm relating everything I've seen
Yep.
to Rayren.
Yep, you can see a way down through a hatch that then brings you out onto the actual ramparts.
What is it? I don't care if it's mental, physical. That's the only kind of people you know.
Yep.
Oh, shoot. In their whole life. I'm just kidding.
And you hear a bit of a sound behind you as you come down onto the ramparts. You might want to look back at the guard shack. Leaning down over the railing of the wall is a rather handsome-looking man with dark hair. Smiles at you, toasts his glass to you, and fades from view as the thunder ebbs. Whoops. Sounds like cat food. Oh, shame.
Okay. Alright.
he made eye contact with Nip and toasted her with his glass.
Alright.
So what's going on to my right?
Nothing. I want the rest of the party to decide what they want to do. Are they leaving you behind? Or are you leaving them behind? Is that the plan? You and Nip
I
are gonna
thought the idea
explore?
was we were doing reconnaissance, so
Alright, you're doing reconnaissance. Give me a second here. I just want to get you two together. Copy. Now, this map is not as well set up for what we were just doing there, but that's okay. Alright, next map is loading. Sorry, folks, it's a lot.
Excuse me.
Let me know, folks, when you got it.
I got one more thing that needs to load in it. It'll be up for me.
I don't even know how to check the project progress. Which is funny. Anybody? Not yet.
still waiting.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. Wow, it's taking its time.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh damn, it's showing the total time, the total size being 956 megabytes, so it's pulling in a gig for this.
What? This map is a gig? That can't be right.
That is what the progress bar is saying. I'm at 800 and some megabytes out of 956.
I mean, that might be like everything. Maybe it's all of our maps and all of our tokens. Okay, so locals got it.
Map still hasn't loaded for me.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. It should be done for me soon. I mean, that's fairly decent.
So what's everybody's Christmas plans?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Which actually
Driving
reminds
to my parents on Friday, and staying the weekend.
Alright. Me and my fiance actually leave in the morning at 5 to go back to Kentucky.
Nice.
You want to move fast because there's going to be a storm chasing you. In fact, you're going to be actually headed straight into it. You may want to watch.
Leave now.
There's a storm that they're describing, and NOAA is not, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, are not ones for overstatement. and they're describing this as a once in a lifetime type storm. So,
No.
yeah.
Progress bar is back at 600 and some megabytes. That's weird. Well,
Yeah, mine's at
okay, for a
2.
minute.
I just looked up this map. It's 78 megs in size, but that's it. It's not a gig. So I don't know what it's transferring.
But, but yeah, you're gonna wanna yeah.
Oh, and if you there.
Oh, you finally calmed down, huh, cat?
Any maps there, Yasuke or Matthew?
None.
Negative.
Jeez, wait. I hope
I'm at
it's,
like 100 megabytes right now. It's not saying that's how much I need. It's just telling me the speed at which it's downloading whatever it is. 271 gig. What?
Where do you see the progress bar? Because I don't see that anywhere.
Current free space. Oh, okay.
Oh, down there it is. I'm at 718 right now. 22.
Zero.
And now it's 500 and some. It's going backwards
Now,
somehow.
cover your mouth over that. I think you're looking at your RAM usage.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's
Oh.
switched.
Yeah, that is memory. Okay, in that case, I have no idea what it's doing.
Yeah, mine just switched 2 to 400 something.
Yeah, the file you guys are downloading is 78 megs in size. So
I should have had it by
I don't
now.
know how to view. Yeah.
Can you
Force
it to restart? Like maybe it's stuck?
I don't. The only way I can think of is for you to disconnect and reconnect to the server. I have no controls over forcing you to do anything from here. I can force you which map to look at, but I can't seem to do anything about making you get it.
Gotcha.
So if you guys want to try disconnect, reconnect, feel free. We got
Doing that
50
right
minutes
now.
left.
Okay, I have reconnected. Can you force me to the map again?
You got it.
Okay. Yep, forcing me now.
Same.
I'm at 574 megabytes.
I've enforced everybody. Yasuke disconnected.
Yeah, I'm coming back right now. Oop.
Alright, Yasuke's connected again. I'm enforcing again. I've never seen it this bad. Wow,
Heck,
I'm currently still loading.
me too.
Like, I think this map is bigger than the world map.
I don't know.
To the scale of the
Use memory, total memory, maximum memory.
The scale can be anything. I adjust the scale manually.
world.
I don't know where the world map is.
Doo dee dee doo doo dee dee doo.
And it got to 10 out of 11 very quickly, and we're staring again.
right back to where we were.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, folks. I don't know why it's being this way. You want me to try restarting the server?
Try forcing us to a different location. Like,
Yeah.
force it back to the previous screen.
All right.
Okay, yep, that just...
That pulled right up.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
instantly.
I think it's that map. Because it's not pulling up for... Because this one's working, but then it says I'm 10 out of 11 cash. Yeah, it doesn't want to pull it up for me at all.
Well, for the heck of it, what happens if I go to the
Oops.
next map?
Well, I'm about to say something's changed.
Now, you won't be able to see anything. It'll be black, but tell me when the text in the middle goes away, because I just jumped us ahead to the next map.
Okay.
Whoop.
8 out of 9 loaded, 8 out of 9 cash.
Yeah, same.
We're on time.
You wiggle your mouse. I think your computer went to sleep. Yeah, it's still loading.
What the hex?
Because we're definitely gonna. I mean, that's the main map of the castle that you guys. It's the whole. Oh, okay. So that worked. So.
It's still not pulling up for us.
Mine says
Yeah, I'm
2
not
out of
in yet.
9.
All right.
Ha ha ha. This is what we get for being odd magical ways of working.
Still have the text of it loading on this one too.
Yeah.
All right.
The main floor for me says 10 out of 11.
I don't even know what that means, darn it all.
Me neither. I was hoping you did.
Well, I'm gonna put it back to the main floor because that's the one we really need to get it to try to load so we can get through tonight.
Oh my gosh. I switched them immediately for us.
Well, that's because you already had it downloaded. It succeeded last time, but you guys are local and closer. You want me to try turning off the server and restarting the whole thing?
It is a valid strategy.
All right.
I'm
We're
okay
gonna
with
turn it
you
off
if y'all
and back
are.
on. All right, let me save the campaign first.
Watch, as soon as he does it, it's gonna load for us.
Yeah, we'll see.
That'd be hilarious. I mean, if it doesn't, I can start on my dinner earlier. I don't mind cutting it, but I also don't want to.
Server is offline. Closing the program.
If you want to eat some food,
Yeah, eat food, for heaven's sake.
All right, reloading the whole program. I mean, if it was just one of you not getting it, I might believe it, but not like this.
Server's been disconnected. Let me try and reload.
All right, server is back online.
I see Curse of Straw.
I just loaded the wrong map. Excuse me. That's the wrong campaign. Okay. I was like, what are the rest of my maps? Okay. Alright, server is online. Alright, who's reconnecting alright? Crouton's on, Samuel's on, Yasuke's on, Brown Tide's offline. What are you guys seeing?
Loading map
10 out
Loading
of 11.
screen.
area K,
No.
Ravent map 3 main floor.
Alright, well, let's give this a moment, see if we can get lucky. Because it's hard to proceed without This map. Oh, let's send Brontide there because he's now. There we go.
We broke the world, you and me, Crouton Tar. Speaking of which,
I
we
mean,
touched.
if you wanted to, you could click share screen in Discord, and we could watch that way until it loads.
I can't, but they could. You guys could share your screen if you wanted. That's a great solution. You want to do that, folks, and keep moving?
Share the screen in Discord.
Whatever gets us going.
All right. So, yeah, share your screen, Brontide, of your map. And then if Samuel or Crouton, if your map starts working, just shout out.
Will do.
I'll share just the map tool to make our lives easier. There we go.
All right, folks, you should be able to see on Brontide's screen.
2 years of teaching online has taught me anything. It's how to share your screen.
All right, is that working?
Alright, where do you want to go, Kuchantar? Where's your homunculus?
Oh,
It's in my bag of holding.
right.
Darn it.
Alright, where do you want to head? Should we head as a group?
Oh God, I'm trying to zoom out now from your stream.
I'm sorry. So here you go.
Okay,
There's the courtyard.
I would want to circle the ramparts looking for entrances.
That's
All right.
what I feel. I'm going to roll for a sneaky. You want to roll for a sneaky?
So first and foremost, you can very clearly see that this area was lit up when you came in. I'm going to borrow somebody over here just to do that. Why is that not working? There you go. Okay, so as you can clearly see, this area was open, and there's some nice torches here, and this front door is open, and warm, wonderful light spills out. And in here you can see there were arrow slits along these that allow you kind of briefly to peek inside these rooms as you pass by. This is a rampart that goes towards the castle, and it's kind of like a wall if you look at that other picture we had up earlier. And underneath it there is a doorway that goes through to the back courtyard. And that one was open.
Am I going to be able to see the back courtyard from the ramparts?
Yes.
Okay, well then I'll just stay. I'll keep the high ground and look down from there.
Okay. You continue moving along until you see the back courtyards, and you can see all of the buttresses that are holding up the grand castle in the back. Off there is open air.
I guess
Nope.
keep working around.
All right, let's line you up here so we can get down that. That should have gone all the way, so let's put you there. What? Oh, I know why I did that. Excuse me. There we go. So that's that. And you guys continue on down this way. And you can see off the edge of this rampart here, it goes way down into the river, basically. And you believe that's probably what Mad Mordekin was talking about when he fell.
Is it running, Chris? At my area?
That river?
Yep, there's the river down there somewhere.
So is the entire castle surrounded by running water?
No, there's just a river down here. It's
Okay,
up on a
the
giant
eastern side.
platform. Yeah,
It's running.
but it's on a giant plateau, basically. Almost like
Oh, is that
a
your-
mountain tip that's been cut off.
Very cute.
Are you guys continuing around?
North then, yeah.
All right. So you can. Can't grab. You continue your explorations. Seeing more of the castle. It's a courtyard that you can see to the west. 2 wooden buildings to your east, and this is about a 30-foot gap here in front of you, give or take. Let's see what it actually. Yeah, it's about 30 feet. You don't think you could jump that?
I would
And
have no
it's-
reason to. I can just run straight down that wall and straight up the other side.
That's true. That's true. It's
How high up?
about 90 feet.
Yeah, I can get down, but not back up again.
Okay. So Crouton, he just doesn't wait for it. He does all this running, gets across the other side.
What was that to the east? Looks
To
like
the
a little
east, there-
bit something.
there's a small stone planter growing roses in it.
Okay.
I wonder if when
Like
the last
move
petal
the mouse
falls,
all the way to the east in the middle of the screen. Don't zoom out. Just mouse. Right there.
That's a stone planter growing roses.
Oh, all right.
I wonder if when the last petal falls, Shad's curse will be permanent.
So, okay.
There's a Beauty and the Beast reference.
So what are those structures though that are to the east of me? That
They look like two simple buildings. They have a window facing out on each side.
I want to look in the windows.
Is there any purchase on this wall? Because I want to go look at the roses.
All right.
And I was wondering if there's any purchase on this wall from which I could hang. Like on the top, I see there is, but that rope will only get me 50 feet.
No, it's smooth all the way down. All right, give me a second here. I'm trying to. That's fiddlesticks.
What kind of a dexterity roll would it
K5,
take
K6.
to land a fall from 40 feet?
More than you have. You'd hit the ground pretty hard, and there's no dexterity to absorb that much impact.
The roses are a little bit magical
That's why I was
because there's sun.
Okay.
No sunlight.
For Crouton,
Really gonna
dark clouds overhead continue the drizzle. A flagstone avenue passes between empty outbuildings, leaving a stone-paved overlook. The overlook has a lone stone wall adorned with outward-facing gargoyle carvings. A flash of lightning illuminates the dismal village of Barovia, its rooftops visible among the smothered blanket of fog, 1,000 feet below. And for Nip, who's looking west, at the back of the keep, behind the towering buttresses, and at the back of the keep, behind towering buttresses and tall boarded-up stained glass windows, a small garden struggles to survive. Small flowers press skyward against the gloom. A pair of large iron gates block the way to some kind of overlook. So
Where's
they're.
the iron gates?
So you're past them. The iron gates are over here. And you can get an angle where you can see the front of this building. Most of the windows are ruined in it and seems empty and abandoned.
So.
No, there's nothing inside.
At least not from her point of view.
So
What about from my point of view?
No, they're just as damaged and empty.
What's this over here?
That is another building that.
Not the, like
K4.
this.
Oh. Yeah. That is a covered walkway going over top of one of the ramparts about 40 feet below you. And there looks like there's a doorway that passes underneath.
Can I walk on that roof?
No, it's about. So you're 90 feet up. It's about 40 feet down.
Well, that I can do because I have a grapple hook and I have
Okay.
a tempered rope,
Okay.
and I get down on this roof,
Sure.
and then that's only 50 feet, so I do it again, and I
Okay.
get down via step by step. I get
All right.
down here.
Okay. And I've read you that one with the poor dilapidated garden.
And the gates here.
They're open,
They're
partially.
open. And I go over here.
And you can see some roses growing towards the sky in a stone planter box, and you have a very nice view of Barovia, about 1,000 feet down.
Is there anything
Like straight down?
like about the roses?
It's a stone planter. That's
There's
dirt.
no words or anything
No.
or anything like that.
No.
I pick a rose.
Okay, you have a rose.
I'll put it behind my ear.
All right.
Well, I really kind of tuck it in my hat.
All right.
My ears are not too used.
Like how straight down is the village?
I wouldn't say straight down. You know, out at like a 30-degree angle.
Okay.
Did you try and look at the town or anything?
I thought I did, but now I am really looking at the town. I'm really looking at the town.
Just looking at the town, nothing else, and just trying to get, you know, so this platform you're on literally juts out from the mountain. You know, it's kind of like out suspended in air.
You think I
I'm
should
back.
jump
No,
off
no,
the...
I'm not even around.
I thought Rayrin was relaying everything.
Don't jump.
Broadside is being
Case
in the ass
6.
and telling you not to
So,
jump.
What's your passive perception?
my passive perception is 13.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, no, I'm
And-
sorry.
17. So please go back to Discord and look at that photo I just gave you. I was hoping you guys wouldn't notice, but now that you have past perception, you will.
Yeah, I'm not in Discord.
Go to the chat so you can load up that picture. Yep. Alright, load up that picture.
This one?
No, the one to the left. There you go. That. And then hit this view original. It will make it a lot more clear. Go to the bottom of the two photos and zoom in on the lower right hand corner. As Nip stands and looks over the edge of that overhang, below her she can see a platform about 100 feet down. Stone constructions produces some cliff face, and 3 dirt caked windows are set into it.
I have the same. I have
Dirt caked.
Dirt cake.
passive. My passive perception is 13.
I send Pumpkin down to investigate further.
It's a very well constructed building, jutting straight from the stone. It has a slate roof, beautiful walls, and 3 stained glass windows that are unable to be told what they were at one point. It is solid, they don't look like they open, and they are covered with so much muck, grime, moss, and other bits that you can see nothing inside.
Remember, Pumpkin is holding the lantern.
Okay.
I bring Pumpkin back and I relay all of that to Rayrin.
Okay.
I don't know where I am anymore.
No problem.
Neither do I, man, but in a very different way.
You're right up here.
I guess I would want to go over and see what Nip was looking at.
All right. So you take your spider walking. You go all the way down. You come by and you have a really good look down. Did you see the other picture from Discord, Dave? So you know what we're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do I see that also?
You do now because Nip pointed it out.
Then I just walk right to it.
All right. So you walk all the way down the wall and you get to those 3 windows. Wait a minute. 7. Overlook. You make it all the way down to the windows and you reach out to try and scrape away some of the dirt. You are successful. Inside, you can only see what's described as maybe a raised tomb on a platform. It's phenomenally dark in there, even with your dark vision, because it's quite far away.
Is there any way inside?
No.
Well, let's clarify. There's no way visible from our angle to get in there.
I mean, he maybe he could smash the glass, he thinks, but there's no opening, there's no doors. The windows don't look like they open. They're quite solid. Looking at the way the metal is set up, it is made out of iron. He may be able to smash the glass, but Crouton does not feel confident he can fit through the gaps between the metalwork making it up. This is not a leaded glass window. This is made of iron.
So it's like an iron grate.
Basically, but in multiple shapes making up the stained glass window. Still no luck on loading the map, folks?
Nope, none.
No.
Dang.
So being able to crawl around this and look at it from every angle, I cannot see any way in.
No, they're basically just 3 windows, a roof, and a lot of stone. You imagine with a considerable amount of time and effort and some tools, you probably could cut through the metal bars and get through if you wanted to. It would take you some effort, especially by yourself. By the way, you're about 110 feet down from the landing.
From which landing?
From where you are.
From where I am, okay.
What if I conjured up some acid from the alchemist jug? Would I be able to potentially burn through some of it?
Maybe. You'd lose your invisibility, though.
By using that?
Yeah, as an action? Well, see, you're taking a hostile act against a wall. It's borderline, but it's a tough one.
Well, I could just have my homunculus come out of the bag and operate the jug.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
your homunculus would be losing his invisibility.
Right, but my homunculus can go back into the invisible bag of holding.
That's true.
You do what you do, you boo boo.
All right.
Okay, so I will try to use acid to burn through the grating.
All right. You make a amount of acid and you begin to try and burn through some of the bottom bars. And it's going relatively well. The rain is getting to be a bit of a problem, though, because it's diluting some of your acid and starting to spread it around. And you can hear it hissing and popping into some of the crevices and cracks of the rock around you. You're a bit concerned because part of the ledge that you're holding onto by that window is starting to separate slightly from the wall.
Well, then I'm going to get away from that quickly.
Okay. So some of the brickwork now where you were is starting to fall free from the acid. And while there is some damage to the iron bars, it doesn't seem sufficient to get you through just yet. You think this process might take you quite a while.
And I'm just throwing out there that you are not within the range of Featherfall.
Then it's a long way down.
Yeah, that is certain death, my friend. I cannot save you.
What if I made use of the Wand of Secrets kind of close to that?
I don't think this is a problem.
Sure, you use the Wand of Secrets and it vibrates and points nowhere.
All right. Then I guess I crawl back up to where Nip is.
All right, we go back up. So Nip is there looking at the overhang, seeing a... Pleased to see Crouton has come back up without falling. And where to next, folks? You're on the ground.
Do you read everything?
What? Yeah, I'll tell Nip everything that I saw and that I failed to get in.
Okay. And I relate that to Rayren.
And I relate that to the rest of the group. It's a game of telephone, guys.
All right, so are we continuing on?
Yes, I crawl back up onto the ramparts and continue working my way around.
All right, he's back up there, and Nip is 90 feet below. What's the plan, folks?
I say there's a building to the north.
There is indeed. And this way is open. You can walk through right here.
Well, then move me over there too. But still on top.
All right, and to the north, Nip, is a large building with 2 large double doors right here.
Are they open?
Closed. They are closed.
What about over here?
Well, then I'll crawl down onto the
That
roof.
is a window.
I look in the window.
Uh, 24. Broken furniture and torn cloth are strewn about this 20 by 40-foot room. Dim light comes from a pair of dirt-caked windows in the northeast corner. A narrow staircase with no railing ascends along the north wall.
And our birdie is shining light in there.
Okay?
Or shining.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I go over to the big double doors
Okay?
and I check them out.
Okay?
Are they open? Are they
Closed?
Let me check the
Yeah,
traps.
put me on top of the building.
Yeah, you can get there. That's fine.
So I have 20 and check the traps.
Okay. No traps detected. I have to
How-
switch maps for.
How
I
tall
apologize.
is?
Holy crap! It loaded.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait.
No, that's the other thing.
Sorry, didn't mean to tease you there. I had to switch map to get something.
Question: How tall is the wall barrier around the castle?
90 feet.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Right.
It's a lot of falling damage. Okay, so you open up the doors,
Yes.
and inside you see a magnificent set of black carriages. You remember them before. They stopped by once to take you to dinner.
Ooh.
And you're a bit surprised when you look towards the rear of one of the carriages in the footman's position, the small spot on the back where a footman can hold on and be ready. And there's a beautifully dressed young man with long flowing hair, very
Oh, no.
pale skin, who winks at you and fades from view.
Hey, Nip, what's going on over there? I haven't heard from you in a
All right.
Nip,
I'd like
startled
to
by
try
that.
something to see if it gets me on top of that castle.
There's no internal map for that room. Oh, wait a minute. What was that, Matthew?
I'd like to try something to see if it can get me on top of that castle.
Okay.
So, where am I? I'm at the beginning of the thing. That tree that I'm by, or the drawbridge that's down there.
Yeah.
I immediately cross that drawbridge, and then I want to try to use fabricate to use the material from the drawbridge to create a ladder to climb up on top of that wall, but only if the rest of the party is willing to cross the drawbridges with me.
All right. I missed part of that. You're gonna use the drawbridge to climb up where? With what?
So I have the spell fabricate. It can
Right.
create materials like a bridge or a ladder or etc.
Okay.
I want to use the materials from the drawbridge, that wood, to fabricate a ladder
Yeah.
to climb up to the top of the wall right here that they were on, but only if the rest of the party wants to cross the bridge as well.
Okay. Through Rayrin, you did learn that there was a ladder inside the main guardhouse that will also take you up to the ramparts. That's how she got up there.
Ah, okay. I thought she held on top on what's his name's back and as he
No.
crawled up.
She did it her own way with Nip following.
Does anyone else want to go up too, or
I'm gonna go up. I need to be able to see my character. I want to go up.
yeah, me too.
Okay. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna put that there.
So Yasuke and I are climbing up the
All right.
spot they climbed up.
It's heading towards evening because it was a long march to get here, and you stopped by Valakai. Okay, so Yasuke and Samuel were heading up there.
And my guard shield, head up there.
tiny ladder and a small hole that leads up through the wall. So does Brontide and Rayrin want to stay down here with the Shield Guardian, or do you want to leave him behind and go up on the ramparts? I'm so annoyed that the map's not working. I really don't know why.
Yeah.
The whole party.
Yeah, I don't know how good that is. So
I
I
have an idea for how to get into that lower area.
What do you think I should
How
do?
is it looked clear?
Well, there's two definitions of clear. In one way, it's totally clear. In the other way, Strahd keeps on going. So I don't know how clear you consider that.
Can I jump out a character for a second here, Dave, and just offer a word of logic and warning? It's a castle. More than likely has dungeons. If that window is 110 feet below the castle's bottom floor, you're probably well into the dungeons. Since that room, where you're looking in through the windows, has no entrances and no exits, it's probably not the beginning of a dungeon. It's probably the ending.
End of the dungeon.
You're going to be there by yourself with none of your party.
But I can just run out the wall and up the side if I
What
don't
about
like what I'm seeing.
I think we may be
True.
eliminating a problem. Problem may be eliminating himself. Go for it, Crouton Tar. Do it. Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
So about how weakened did that grading look?
Not very at all. Sorry, trying to see where the heck map was that put in?
Another map won't load. Look at that.
Yeah.
Dadgum.
What does that say in the lower right-hand corner of the TV anyway?
Activate Windows.
Oh,
That's
funny.
like
Very
free
nice.
copy of the
You got mindsight.
gotcha.
unregistered.
No problem. Just was, I thought it was part of the map, and I'm like,
I think it finished loading. Oh, wait, no.
oh.
The little loading map message went away and it was just a black screen and I thought, oh, did we get it?
Well, they're all going to be black because Fog of War is turned on. But I'm trying to get to where you might be if you did break through those windows. What the heck's going on? Why are these maps not loading? This is not right. I don't like this at all.
But anyway, here's what I'm thinking. Hitting level 5, Artificer, I am given a second level spell called Shatter. It says a sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. A creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw. Kind of thinking it might be a good thing for blowing something open.
Okay, well, that's a good point. I like that. Okay. All right. Anybody have the map loading? This is really not funny.
26 out
Nah,
of
it's not
27.
loaded for me at
Catch.
all.
Well, good thing we figure it out now.
In the middle of like the grand battle.
Yeah. Because this is the map that's needed if Crouton wants to do what he's trying to do. Okay. Local people have the map.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
I need-
black because
I would like
Nothing's
to clarify
revealed.
where you're dressing up 0 times this weekend.
here I'll
I've already
demonstrate.
packed if you want
See?
to look at what I packed.
You should be able to see
It's
a little
not even
square.
loading the map that you just had loaded. It's not even loading that for me.
Yeah.
Is there a space small enough for me to squeeze my familiar through.
Okay, this is gonna give me a seizure or something. I don't know why it keeps like blinking.
What's blinking?
The thing in Discord, whoever's sharing their map, like it keeps going black and then like the whole screen keeps going black and then to.
I'm seeing a pretty still image.
How about your guys' maps? Anything progressing at
Like
all?
it's not map tools, it's Discord. It keeps blinking.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Like the video feed keeps going out.
I'm not even showing that I'm sending
I
or
don't know what's
receiving
going on.
data. I mean, these are just JPEGs. It's worked well before. I don't know why it's giving me such a pain now.
Yeah,
I'm sleeping.
oh yeah, no, I live here, remember. I often have love and stereo between that one and that one.
Well, we got 10 minutes and then I gotta log off because I gotta be up at 4 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah. Well,
Same.
Let's just call it then.
I mean, we can finish our description of the top floor using Discord to watch it, and you guys can at least have an introduction to what's up here. And I'm sorry.
So quick, no, it's fine. Quick
Yeah.
question, week. Would Tuesday remote work for people?
I will not wait. Tuesday remote. Is that the 27th?
Yes, that is the 27th.
Then yes, I will be back. Yeah, because we leave on the 26th, so we should get back here in town that night. So yeah, I can do
That could
remote
work
Yep,
for me too.
on the 27th.
I can do.
And then I was wondering if we could do the, because I'm gonna be on a trip, I was wondering if we could do the 5th.
Sure. I don't know what the 5th is, but sure.
Thursday.
The 5th.
Sure.
Or with your.
Yeah, that's fine.
If that's a Thursday, you have Remy.
Which,
Thursday the 5th.
It is.
Thursday, January 5th is Friday.
Okay.
Oh, and I just had a thought. I can see somewhat through that window a bit, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I snap my familiar into the pocket dimension, and I rematerialize them on the other side of the window without casting the
Alright.
make a ton of noise spell.
All right. All right.
So that way I can at least see inside.
Oh, no, I think
You're
we're
not
talking about
visible
two-
enough.
Yeah.
Where's your homunculus? There he is.
That's not popping a familiar in and out like that is not a spell. It's just sort of a thing you can do with it, I guess.
Magic action. Oh.
did you already have, I guess.
I mean, the familiar's already out. I just
Oh,
it
yeah,
follows me
yeah.
around. I don't do anything with it.
No, you're right.
All right. Give me a second here.
And that should have been the familiar, not the old homunculus token.
Da, 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 da. That's. I got to figure out which number we're at.
I have that map up.
That's pretty funny. Okay, that's 88.
Is that the right creature? That's a homunculus. Shouldn't it be Mr. Tickle?
No.
Yeah.
Great. Homunculus or Mr. Tickles, Dave?
I can only
Oh.
teleport around my familiar, so that should be Mr. Tickles.
All right. Let me switch. There we go. And then. Okay. This is the room you're in at the moment. This tomb rests in hushed silence. Tall stained glass windows dominate the eastern wall, allowing dim light to fall on two coffins resting atop white marble slabs. The one against the north wall is marked King Barov von Zarovich, and the one against the south wall is marked Queen Renova of Roian. The vaulted ceiling 30 feet overhead is inlaid with beautiful gold mosaics.
Okay. Then I start creeping this way.
What's the name of
I'm flying
Okay.
flying blind because I don't know what's going on, but the Discord isn't working for me. So I'm
Oh.
having to go off of audio description for everything.
You want to try and unshare and reshare your screen? Oh, you need to go to Discord. Oh, next. Oh, you had it on a tab. I see.
Discord. Share your screen.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Queen what?
Okay, so King Baro von Zarovich and Queen Ravenoa, Ravenovia, von
There we go.
Roeyen.
Our last one?
Roeyen is her name. Queen.
Y.
En.
And King. What?
King Barov.
Ooh,
Baro
coffins.
von Zarovich. Okay, so Dave's wandering around, and he passes through this up these steps, and he sees these statues to each side, and there's a faint blue shimmer passing between them.
Like a magic barrier?
No, you really don't know what it is.
There's two
I'm
coffins.
gonna back up and get visibility on these little corners by the stairs.
All right. Yasuke and Matthew, are you able to see the current map at all?
I am. See the two coffins in the center and either side of the room.
Are you able to see it through map tools, perchance?
Nope. Sadly,
Nope.
only through the Discord.
All right. All right, you've got it mapped out there, Dave.
Okay, so what do these statues look like?
Wide steps descend to a landing flanked by two alcoves, which each alcove, taking up a full 30-foot height of the ceiling, is a bronze statue of a warrior holding a spear. A soft blue curtain of light flows between the two alcoves. Dimly visible on the other side of the curtain are more descending stairs. I read it in reverse, but you know what I mean.
Okay.
It's as if you were coming in instead of going out.
So if I have my familiar crawl up on the coffin, do I see anything in particular interesting about it?
It's a coffin that has the name of the king on it.
All right, so do I step into the blue light?
Well, you got 3 minutes to decide.
Do it.
Step into the blue light.
All right, as you push towards the blue light, you find the further you get into it, the harder it is to progress forward until you progress no more. It seems to be an impenetrable barrier.
Where we're on the inside of it.
But yes, I am on the inside of it.
What's in the coffin?
Well, my familiar, I don't think he has the ability to open coffins. like how big of a hole has been made in these windows?
A few planes of broken glass, maybe a few inches across.
All right.
We will get there, Crouton Tar. This is not a video game where you can like outsmart the system and like be like.
Yes, it is.
Not really, because we'll just get punished and have more good stuff taken away from us.
I'll grab the hilt of my sword and ask him.
Front door,
Does it
pointing the way,
know-
right in front of you.
know where
It
where
just
he is?
drags you right towards the front door with the torches lit up.
Swords in the way.
It has one goal. One very direct, simple approach goal.
They used to know the inside of the castle.
It's pointing you towards the front door.
Just pointing me towards the front door. I think that this is
It's
gonna take us
sentient,
right
but it's not like
Strahd.
this thing isn't going to write poetry for you that way, you know.
Okay.
Simple-minded goal. Where is Strahd? I want to kill him.
All right.
So, like, what does the wall facing the outside look like? Like, how thick is it? How strong does it look?
Very strong, very thick, beautiful marble, wonderful inlays, carvings.
Hang on. Where's my iPad? I want to take a picture of this room. Because how big is that room?
It doesn't really say in the description. We'll just use what the map gives us. So the room is 50 feet across by 50 feet across, and stairs, and 2 white pillars of marble with coffins on top, 1 gold, 1 silver.
So, feet across, that's based on everything we know from just vampires, not having the king of evil vampires.
All right, everyone. As much as I would love to continue this, I have to get going.
Not a problem, Matthew. We're wrapping up right now because this is a good stopping point.
All right.
Thank you for joining us.